the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating place, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen next.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out, about to see the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, gross atomic waste. From deep within the core, gross atomic waste.
Hello and welcome to the 532nd edition of the Fallout feed. I'm Andrew, joined by a flock of my favorite Fallout folks today, this afternoon. I've got Ray. What's up, Ray?
Hello, hello.
This morning? Yes, I forgot one. And also Jess. What is going on, Jess?
Good morning, Andrew. Greets, everybody.
Good morning. What kind of show is... Hello, we are the Fallout Morning Chit Chat Show. We are here to talk about Chit Chat and Coffee Clatch. So please welcome to the Fallout feed Coffee Clatch Morning Show. Do you remember, Ray, a million years ago when we were doing this back in the day? We were so excited about podcasting that we thought, oh, we'll have like the Saturday morning edition of the Skyrim. I don't even know if it's going to be a roundtable or something, but we were like, we'll do like the Thursday night show, but we'll also do like the Saturday morning. It'll be like Saturday morning cartoons back in the day. Remember that? Do you remember that vague idea we were?
Best laid plans.
Laid to rest, those best laid plans. All right, this morning, that's going to trip me up the whole time. I'm just going to have to get over it. Today on the show, we are getting, oh my Lord, there's some roundtable stuff. We are getting into some gameplay off the top of the show, like as per usual. And then how many optional goddamn options are there here?
So I'm just cutting and pasting some of my notes on the quest. Don't worry, I'll narrow it down a little by the time we get there. I just pasted a whole lot in that one.
Yeah. So we're covering They Went That Away Part 2, Come Fly With Me,
Part 7,
which is a quest out of Novak, and the Boulder City Showdown.
Yes.
They went that away. Let's see, that's the first leg of the Find Benny stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
That is really the main quest.
There's so much roundtable stuff. All we've got listed here is the Mohapalachia, but Jess, I heard you sassing the name, so I don't know if you even deserve to play this week's games of Mohapalachia. What were you calling it? Mojave Latchy? Something?
You mean, you're the one who wrote Mojapalachia. I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Mojave Latchy.
It's apparently Mohapalachia. Look, it's a bad word. I'm sorry.
That's a bad word. Come on. Mashups are the latest craze, or what they were in the early 2000s at least. So we've got lots of Iguana Bits and maybe a shout or two on the way out the door. We have, like I mentioned, Mohapalachia, and I haven't posted them yet, but I did prepare a few more games if we have time. So maybe we'll do roundtable stuff before games and just do it as not needed, but as desired type of fill in the blanks there. So we'll do some gameplay off the top of the show here, and then we'll get into some roundtable stuff because we love that roundtable stuff. So why don't we check in, see what everybody's getting into this last week? I'll say, hey, Jess, I know you've been loading TVs everywhere. Did you get a chance to actually play anything?
I did get to play some games this week. It wasn't a heavy gaming week, but it was better than it has been. So
TV, that's for sure.
Oh, God. Yeah. So the saga continues. A couple things went wrong or changed. So when we last checked in on Jess's TV situation and playing on the PC, she had moved the 50-inch TV from the bedroom to the PC room and was excited that I was going to play on that. It was difficult getting Fallout New Vegas to run on a second screen, but that'll be later in the story. So I then went to, this past weekend, to move the living room TV, the big one I usually game on, upstairs because I ordered a new one for Black Friday. I did get my order in and I was all excited. Well, a couple things happened. First of all, the TV downstairs is like it's a 2014 model. That's why I'm getting a new TV. You know, it's like a 2014 flat screen, 65-inch. It's big, but it's old and only 1080p. Turns out it's really heavy.
Yeah, the old TVs were, especially if it was like a plasma or one of those, those things were beasts.
Yes.
Yeah. significantly heavier.
My first flat screen was actually was a plasma in like, I don't know, like 2004 or 5. And it was a plasma. It was really pretty. But yeah, it was heavy. But this one, gosh, I knew it was heavy. When I went to move it, it was more than I thought. And it has like a 2-inch bezel all around the edge and stuff like that. It's an older TV. So I'm like, this is crazy. So I looked it up. It turns out it's like 85 pounds without the stand, 95 with. And I'm like, oh, that's way more than I thought.
Yeah.
But I got it upstairs. You know, it took some work. We had to put some cardboard under it to slide it here and there. And getting it up the stairs was a step or two break. But we got it up. But at that way, there was no way it was going where I planned on top of the dresser in the bedroom. That was not happening. So the 50-inch went back. The 65-inch, I had to build a new stand for it here in the PC room. And now I've got this Gigantamax TV in my PC room, which is cool. I love it. I got it hooked up and running. However, the replacement TV for downstairs had an issue. I'm like, great, whatever. So I reset it. I reordered a TV, but I'm still TV-less downstairs for another week, which is fine because I can game up here now. And it's beautiful and it's cozy in the new room. Got a futon set up, Mothman and Mr. Fuzzy.
Snuggle with the Mothman.
Exactly. This room is cozier than ever. So it's a great little gaming lair. The challenge has been, how do I get things to run on the TV while it's hooked up to the PC? So I actually found a really cool program. Anyone running a second screen who wants to use a capture card to be able to play what you see on that capture card, some of you may have found this, but if you have things coming in through a capture card or a camera or whatever, you need software to display it. And like OBS is the thing we use for streaming or other things like that. But if you just want to see what's coming in through a card, there aren't many programs to do that. But I found this really cool program called Capture 4K Viewer. And you can set any camera to have a display, including anything from your capture card. And then you can put it on any monitor. And you can also independently set like which audio it uses and the exact display rate, the codec, to make it look as good as I can. And it works perfectly. So I'm loving this. Capture Viewer 4K. It's a really good program. The other thing I found is that, and some of you may know this if you've had a multi-monitor set up with Bethesda games before and want to play it on a monitor other than your main, if you can get it to run in windowed mode as an option, you can then drag it over. That's simple. But a lot of the older games don't want to do that. Like Ray, I'm trying to remember if you have multi-monitors on either of your PCs where you play Skyrim or Fallout.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay. There used to be a way in the any file where you could set it to under display. If you go to iDisplay or iAdapter, I think it is, and you just change the number there from 0 to 1 or 2, it would start it on that monitor. That doesn't work anymore. It hasn't worked for a while, apparently. I was looking it up. So I'm like, how do I get things to display over there? Well, it turns out using the mod OneTweet, which is part of some of the collections I'm using and some people are using, but if you're not using that, you can download the mod separately. And if you go to the OneTweak ini file, you can tell it exactly where and how to run your game in windowed mode. So it's really neat. You can do display resolution and render resolution and where it starts. So I just put the start on the second monitor and every time I start it, it starts over there. So it's great. The only problem I'm having, and we'll talk about it a little bit more when we get to the roundtable, is that my New Vegas is crashing a bit. Random crashes in dialogue or just for no reason, and it just blinks to desktop. And you know what I mean? Like I'm in the middle of doing something, it's all good, and then blink, I'm on the desktop. I've had it happen 3 times, lost progress every time. The last time it happened was in the middle of the Come Fly With Me quest, about halfway through. And at that point, I'm like, screw this, I'm going to bed. But I did most of the quest as usual. So I'm trying to work through that. And I don't know, because it wasn't happening before. So I don't know if it's because it's on a second monitor now, or if it's just I'm getting further into my playthrough. Have you had any crashes like that, Ray, or not really?
No, I've been okay, but I'm using a series of mods that I used for the last roundtable. So it was already stable for me for that one.
Right.
Now, I've never used it, but did you try anything with the Steam Big Picture mode?
No, I'm actually running the GOG version of the game. So it's not even through Steam.
Okay, because Steam has a mode that's designed to run on a TV connected to a PC.
Big picture mode is cool too. Yeah, that's something to think about. But right now, like I said, I've got it running. It seems good. It looks beautiful. playing the PC version on a 65-inch, I'm just like, it's heavenly. It's heavenly. It's great. I'm really enjoying it.
Pixels 12 feet across.
I mean, I'm about 6
Eight
feet from the 65-inch TV
faces.
up here, so I am closer too. It's very much cinema mode. I'm a little too close to the TV, but it's fine.
Very cool.
But so that is the TV saga as it is. New TV should be here next week. I'm excited to talk about that when I get it. The new one is like bezel-less, but it's still bigger. So yeah, it's going to be great. And it weighs less. So yay.
I was gonna say, why are the plasmas so heavy? Do they actually have thermonuclear devices in them, the power of the sun that's actually producing plasma to power these damn things or something?
Yeah, that must have been it, or it might have been the metal frame.
Energy cells from Repcon.
Metal frame. So we're just all plastic frames now. That's everything is polycarbonate now.
Yeah, there's no glass in it. It's all plastic, and so
Yeah, much later.
Polyethylene, probably not polycarbonate, polyethylene, whatever.
The one I did get, I ended up going for 75-inch just to be a little more practical because as much as I wanted 85, I'm like, can I really move that myself? And even though it's lighter, it's still huge. It looks beautiful, but it's like a 2025 model. It's like 30, 40 pounds lighter. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's going to be great. I'm super excited. But I did gaming for New Vegas for the Quest mostly. I didn't play a lot besides that. A lot of the week was once again getting things set up and replaying a few things when it crashed. Fallout 76 update. We did get the update this week. I got in and did a little bit. We'll talk about the specifically update more in the bits. But there was a saga getting it ready. But I got in the night of the release around 2 a.m. because that's when it was available. Played for a couple hours. I love some of the new stuff on the season scoreboard. The scoreboard is got some cool items. It's got some really good New Vegas related items. So that was awesome.
Like there's drama in the drop.
Oh my God. It was basically 24 hours before most people could get in after the update. They're like, hey, it was a longer than average update done by 3 or 4 p.m. And they're like, hey, it's ready. But friends, it was not ready. The login servers. They've had this happen after a major update before where the login servers became the problem. So a handful of people were able to get in and play over the next 8 hours, but mostly not. And then they had to take it down a few times to try. And they got it mostly running by sometime between 9 and midnight, where a lot of us could get in, but it was still iffy. And then the next day they had to take it and do a little more. So it wasn't really till the next afternoon, 24 hours later, we could really play. Yeah. But I got in, started it. Like I said, scoreboard. They've got a couple of references on, I think it's like the 4th or 5th page of the scoreboard. You can get Benny's suit, which of course I'm wearing. It matches my beret. Y'all, checkered suit, checkered beret. It's beautiful.
Why don't you put some plaid jacket on too, dude?
Yo, dog, I heard you like plaid, so I put some plaid with your plaid.
Just some clashing patterns, please. Thanks.
Yes.
Put some golf pants on. You put
some houndstooth pants.
Maybe it's the Irish girl in me, but I like a good plaid. I like a good tartan, But so got that. There's a mask referencing the White Glove Society. It's a very cool mask. Very creepy. I love it. And the Pimp Boy. Because obviously we have a Pip-Boy 2000 in 76.
What are the major design differences? Is one more boxy, one's more sleek?
Yeah.
One's more gold.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Pip-Boy in general is gold. We're the 2000 Mark 6 in 76, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Whereas this just a plain 3000, maybe Mark 1 in New Vegas.
What they have in Vault 13 in the first game.
I think that was a straight 2000.
Model A. Prototype 1.
So it's a 3000 Mark 5 in the show. It's a 3000 Mark 4 in Fallout 4. It's just a straight 3000 in both 3 and New Vegas.
That's so fun. You're going to be like one of those dudes who, when a car zips by at 60 miles an hour, they're like, and I'm like, oh, was that a Camaro? And he's like, oh, that's like the 65 Chevy Outback. This is with the 58 tune. And what's up? But you're going to be able to do it with Pit Boys. I'm going to be like, oh, look, he's got a Pit Boy. And you're going to be like, that's the 2000 Mark 6 with the X-ray ability, with the outboard fucking wrist guard. And you're just going to list off all the models.
Absolutely.
You don't even need a guide. You can just do them by recognition. Tell me what games they're from. Jeez.
Well, wait, when you own a few, you get into that. We've got also the Pit Pad mod, but what are we using
Pad mod.
in Fallout London, Ray? What is that called? The is it the Attaboy?
Yeah, Attaboy.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. You have a different. It's not a
Yeah,
Pip Boy,
'cause,
it's a totally different company. It's not Vault-Tec. What's the Vault-Tec in London?
It's still
It's still
Vault-Tec, but
Vault-Tec,
they
okay.
don't. Yeah, no, it's made by Angel Labs, right?
Yeah.
Why would they outsource to a different company to supply their?
Oh, they didn't. Robco, they didn't want to import a whole bunch from Robco, and Robco wouldn't share their proprietary design. So they got a hold of a Pip-Boy, and they were
They
reverse
backordered
engineering
whatever
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
For
Huh. And
Fallout.
it's called Attaboy. That's so. What does the Pip actually mean in Pip Boy? I don't know if I've asked you that before. The PIP. What does that stand for? Is that
It's not picture
personal
in
interface? Personal interface something?
that makes sense. I think it's personal something, but it's personal information processing boy, something like that.
Does boy mean something?
No,
Like,
I don't
letters
think
also mean something.
I don't think boy is an acronym.
I can't believe I have never thought of that in the 10 years we've been doing this damn show.
Yeah, well, and it's funny because a lot of people call Vault Boy Pip Boy because they're like, oh, but
I call that stupid band Fallout Boy. I call them like sometimes I make the little agility guy. I'm like, oh look, Fallout Boy.
So we actually have some friends in chat, even though it's the AM. But we have a couple people joining us. We've got Vanessa who isn't usually because we record so late, and Rando and Solior, and they are talking about pizza. And now I want pizza for lunch. I think I might do that. And Rando says, I want a Pip Girl, which makes me laugh because, I think despite the name,
Girl.
the Pimp Boy 3000, I mean, that's pretty good bling. I like it.
Pimp Boy. Is it silver glitter?
No, it's gold with the
Ooh. Does it have
diamonds?
Does it say pimp across the grill?
It does.
Nice.
So you're able to get it. Like you can get this in your New Vegas playthrough. That's where it comes from.
Where in the game? What's the source?
You get it from Mick and Ralph, right? Like if you do a couple of quests for them, is that where we get it? I'm pretty sure. It's been a little while.
Their name was Mick and Ralph. So I was trying to remember their names. Like, who is it? The fucking Ralph and Morty's? What's the guys? Who are they?
Yeah, no, it's the Pimp Boy 3 billion. And I think you get it from Mick and Ralph after you do the Omerta quest.
They're not the druggy ones, are they? Are they the drug dealers?
No, they're in the
It's
eastern
been so long,
part
guys.
of
It's been
Freeside.
like 3 years since we played this.
Yeah, you'll get into Freeside soon. They're on the east side of Freeside, and it's a cool
On
store.
the east side. I just ran past that entrance, and I ducked in, and one of the douchebags at the door was like, "Hey, you want me to run you around town?
Escort you through, yeah.
I'm going to get out of here."
Yeah, you can pay some of them for the escort or whatever. It's always an option. And of course, you get attacked every time you go down, but it's just one dude with a gun.
Seemed like there was a
deal.
representative from each faction standing there, and when I said no to one, the next guy offered. When I said no to him, the next guy offered.
Yeah, there are three of them.
You guys take a fucking hint.
It's a great way to. It's how they get some caps. But you got some from the Kings there. You got. I don't remember who the others are. I think one's free agent.
I like them. I like those Kings guys. Hey, last time I was with the Kings, speaking of them, I brought Rex along. I was at the junkyard the other day. Is Rex always there? Do you have to do something to make him pop? Did I just not find him, or was he not? Am I misremembering that he's not at the Gibson junkyard thing?
No, he's not there.
Yeah,
where is he?
You get him with the Kings.
Get him from the Kings? I thought he was at the junkyard for some reason.
No, he's actually the King's dog, but needs help. And so while you're helping...
You have to take him to the junkyard at some point to get his brain fixed or something?
So there are three... Essentially, his brain is getting old in the brain casing, Robo-Dog.
Mine too, Rex. Mine too.
Yeah, exactly. And he needs a new brain, which is not an option for some of us.
Hey, we got shot earlier in the game. We relate.
We very much relate. So you have an option of 3 brains that you can get. And one of them is from the junkyard. Old Lady Gibson is at the junkyard there. So you can get a brain from one of her old... No, you don't put an old lady's brain in Rex. But one of her dogs is old and dying. And so you can actually get their brain, which is still perfectly healthy. Another option, I believe, is Violetta. And I think Violetta is the one you get from one of the Fiends. Is the Fiend's dog. And I actually like that one. It makes her a little more aggressive, but it's good. And then I think
those
the third...
are the drug dealers, right? The Fiends. Right?
The Fiends are very much druggies, yeah. Okay. Like the Great Khans are more like dealers, and the Fiends are more like users. But yeah,
okay, okay.
And then I think the third is from one of the dogs with Kaiser's Legion.
So they're all dog brains.
Yeah,
I want to
You want to put a person brain in a dog?
Robo brain, like harvest a robo brain and put the brain in the dog.
You know, think about like
Talk to you.
Jezebel.
Well, hello there, courier.
It's a talking
Woof,
dog.
woof.
So think about like Jezebel from Fallout 4 and how she adjusted to being in a robo-brain body, and just then picture that. Yeah, no, I would not want to put a human brain in a dog body.
Yeah, and Far Harbor. I had to think for a second.
Jezebel is actually with the
yeah.
Automatron DLC. She's the one you get from the Rust Raiders that you can bring back to your settlement.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
You can bring a robo brain back to your camp?
Yeah, and you can give her a new body and everything.
Yeah. Well, you have to complete the quest.
Right.
Well, goddamn. I need to go play that, sounds like.
Yeah.
Ada's been bugging me for months.
Yeah, you get to the point where you get Ada, but you've only probably finished the quest line a couple times,
I
right?
feel so guilty.
Yeah, no.
I've never lost such.
It's a good quest line, and Jezebel's great. She's super sarcastic, and I enjoy her negativity.
Okay, you get
It's
brain in
cynicism.
a jar from the quest. Is Ahab standing there? Is that the quest? Is that
Yeah.
all?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one with him behind, and
Now
she's in
I'm
front in
remembering.
the piece in the computer.
Now it's all coming back to me.
Yep. So good times. Anyway, you know, people brain and dog, not a good idea. But 3 dog brains. Anyway, that's a little off track. So
Freeside, sorry.
what was
go
I
ahead.
talking about in my gameplay? The update I was talking about was on the
Pimp
scoreboard.
boy. Pimp boy.
So yeah, you can get the Pimp Boy 2 billion now because it's the Pimp Boy 3 billion with the 3,000 in New Vegas, and it's the 2 billion now.
Oh, and because 76 is before New Vegas.
Exactly.
Okay.
Good times. But the scoreboard has some great items. The update is cool. The story stuff is a little shorter than expected. I haven't run through it all yet, but essentially you meet the ghoul, you get invited to check out Ohio, which of course you can do. You can cross the bridge now from Point Pleasant. A lot of our listeners have done more than we have. Of course, you two aren't playing 76 at the moment much. And I'm playing a good bit, but I was more excited about photos. I did a number of dailies and weeklies. I pounded those out, got what I could, and then I put down like 2,000 atoms and got up to level 40 so I could unlock Benny's suit. And it was fantastic. So I was taking photos. I went back over to Atlantic City and was hanging out there taking photos. Good time.
That's great.
Yeah, I felt like the casino was the perfect setting for it. So that was fun. It's rolling out. It's playing well now. The storyline, like some people are saying, is a little shorter than they expected if you push through it. It's really a good 6 to 8 hours of story, but if you just do the beeline with just the quest objectives, you can do it in 3, like people do if they're not like talking to everybody, doing everything along the way. But you add in everything. There's a lot to it. You've got the new bounties. You've got the headhunt. You've got a couple of new events you can do. There is a thing with the Abraxo Intel briefcases, which is a huge scavenger hunt, finding them all over Burning Springs. There are already guides out there. Let me just give you guys a tip. Unless you get frustrated, don't use a guide. It's more fun to explore on your own and just see everything than fast travel, grab all the briefcases, fast travel, grab all the briefcases. Like, that's boring, you know? So make it last. It was designed to last. And Highway Town is cool.
Don't let her bully you into how you play, everyone. You play how you want.
You play how you want.
Don't let just bully you into calling your play style.
But don't come running to me in the next 10 days saying, oh, this update was small. Oh, I'm out of content. When you're the one who did that to yourself.
I played through it in 7 minutes.
There are new fishes. Are they called burned death claws? I'm forgetting, but you've got the armor death claws. You've got the new death claws. They are tougher.
Armored
Everything
death
is tougher.
claws? Who gave them armor?
Rusted.
That's not a good idea.
Well, the Rust King, he's armoring the death claws. That's one of the
Did
events
say
you can
Tin
do.
Roof rusted? Is that what you said?
I did not, but I should have.
Oh.
Tin Roof.
Rusted.
Yeah, we've got rusted Aguas. We've got rusted death claws. We've got unrusted radhogs. But the radhogs, they are beasts, and they are adorable beasts. So you can get a radhog pet now in your camp, which is awesome. A lot of cool stuff. So once again, I haven't engaged with the content a whole lot. It's only been 4 days, and one of them we couldn't log in. But I played some, and it's looking great, and I'm excited to really fully explore the area. My favorite new area there is also one of the most dangerous, unfortunately. So ahead of time, I mentioned how much I really liked the Dino mini golf. Dino Peaks, I believe it's called. It's got a cool
that sounds fun.
little mascot. And it turns out Bethesda liked it too because they're leading into it on the scoreboard with t-shirts and stuff like that with the dinos. But so I'm super excited. Like, I love dino stuff, and it's cute. It's a new mascot, and I love mini golf. We've talked about that before. Mini golf is a great game.
Absolutely.
But there are a lot of death claws near the Dino Peaks mini golf. And the Deathclaws are a bit tougher. They are not necessarily New Vegas Deathclaws, but they are tougher. So, yeah, get ready. Plus, they'll mob you. The Rat Hogs are also quite tough. They're quite difficult, especially the alphas. They take a lot of bullets. I will say enemies in the area are a bit spongy. So expect that if you've got a solid build for the regular game, that it'll be solid over there still, but you're going to take twice as long to kill a lot of the higher level creatures. I mean, it's actually a nice change from one-shotting, but I don't like too spongy. I think they found a decent balance, but if you're not well-tuned, soloing some of it is going to be a little difficult for you. It'll take some time.
You brought it upon yourself.
I mean, we have a few people obviously hopping back in too. So another thing for new people hopping in, if you haven't listened to recent shows, the Fallout 76 perk system has been overhauled and changed 3 times in the last year. Changed the number of perk cards, changed the points they require, changed the special category they're in, changed how they work, added onslaught, all kinds of things. So some of our friends just hopped into 76 after like a year away or so. And like, all my perk cards are unassigned and they're different. And yeah, that's exactly what'll happen. So you have to retune your build a bit too. So if you hop in expecting to just play and you haven't been in for a year, make sure you check your perk cards because they're going to be different and they're not going to be how you left them.
Yeah, it's a shocking wake up.
Some advice from chat. So you were mentioning going for the belly with the armored Deathclaws. It is a weak point. And that's usually the case, kind of like a Mirelurk. You hit the soft belly. The soft belly. But yeah, Ohio is awesome. And I haven't seen a lot of it yet. Other people have a bunch. And I'm excited to explore. And I think you guys will enjoy it. But it's not... So ahead of time, just to be clear, it was advertised as the biggest update to 76 at once since Wastelanders. And it is that. But it's much closer to the size of Skyline Valley than it is to the size of Wastelanders. So when they initially said biggest update ever, no. But then every time since that first time, they've said biggest update since Wastelanders. And it is that. But it's only a little bigger than Skyline Valley, plus the new systems. Still, I think it's going to be great. And yes, the sky there is beautiful. We have a couple people sharing pics in chat. And it's a great area. It brings you back to Fallout 3. It's probably actually most between New Vegas and the Capital Wasteland. Like, because it's the modern graphics, it feels a bit more like the Capital Wasteland, but it's dustier, a little bit more deserty. So you got some New Vegas vibes there too. It's great. I love it. It's nice to have highways again and just have that slightly more rundown feel, which is why I love the Ash Heap, because the Ash Heap to me is the most Fallout feeling area in 76. Traditional Fallout. That was pretty much all for my gameplay. So I will just say, I'm still playing Ball X Pit 2. In fact, Discord has an end of year wrap up, and it turns out it was in my top 5 games. I've played so much of it. I didn't realize I played that much. Yeah.
You played it like a month or maybe a little more.
Yeah, but it's one of those you can do a session, and 20 minutes turns into an hour, and I've been doing it almost every day and are close to it. I'm well over halfway through now. I've actually unlocked the 5th level of the pit. There are 8 total. I'm getting there.
I actually saw it in the store the other day when I was zipping around and stopped on it, and I was like, "Oh, look, that's the game Jess is playing."
It's like Breakout mixed with Vampire Survivors, and you get a run as you unlock buildings and level them up. I'm getting new things now. Like, I can do 2 characters at once instead of just one. So like they're all there together, working together, shooting things, and unlocking more and more boosts. After the first couple hours were a grind, and I felt like I was not good at it. But once I figured it out, it's been fun. My Discord recap said my most played game was 76, followed by, Starfield was number 3. It was 76 and Oblivion Remake and Baldur's Gate 3.
Xbox recap things?
So we haven't got the Xbox one yet. There's an Xbox one that'll give you your lifetime stats that came out.
What is this one you're talking about then?
They haven't done one for just this year. So,
Discord.
Yeah, Discord has their own for the first time, which they never had before, and it will only show if your accounts are connected.
Cool. When does the Xbox, do they do theirs in January, or when does that one usually come out?
Xbox does theirs usually mid-December, so it'll probably be in another week or so that we'll get one. But Twitch just did their recap. Spotify did their Wrapped past couple days. We're getting all of those. It's the season for such things. So that's really fun. But essentially, that is my gameplay.
All right, sweet. Thanks so much. Hey, Ray, did you get a chance playing video games this week, sir?
I played a few. So No Man's Sky, we're doing the expedition redexes. So just started the one where you're collecting skeletons to make displays for your natural history museum. So that one's always good.
Skeleton.
Yep. So you go around collecting
Fossils and such?
fossils,
Nice.
and then you get to put them together the way you want to.
You all right, so do you use the same like hand mining cannon thing?
Yeah, the terrain manipulator.
And as you approach the bones, do you like then pull out your fine little brush and like a little fan and get out your magnifying glasses and
No, you just
your
blast
polishing
away.
tools?
You just blast away and then suck it up into your inventory.
Yeah. He's so intricate.
Yeah.
That's exactly how fossil collection works, by the way.
Yeah. So that one's fun. Skyrim, playing the Nulvis collection.
Nulvis, did you say?
Yeah, it's a collection of 3,500 mods that makes it look really good, but also changes gameplay a lot.
Damn.
So I chose the option to do a new way of leveling. So it's basically a Fallout 4 leveling system.
Experience only.
Yeah. So discovering locations, completing quests, killing things, and then you get points every level to assign to the skills you want.
I hated that when I first started playing Fallout because I played Skyrim first.
Mm-hmm.
And now I hate the other way.
Yeah.
Both
So-
in both worlds.
Yeah, it's the combat system is a lot tougher than vanilla Skyrim. So it's been, slow going. You don't just mow through enemies. If you have to be very judicious. If you can usually do pretty good against one opponent, you can kind of hold your own against two if you're pretty tough. But if you get three, you're dead.
Don't get swarmed.
So that's been pretty fun. And then a lot of extracurricular New Vegas. So doing stuff outside of the quest line.
Where you're running around.
Just kind of all over the place.
Have you opened up all the corners in the map? You've been up
I haven't done
up
the
and
top.
down?
I haven't done the top yet.
Okay. Without even looking, is Hoover Dam near the top of the map, or is it only about
No, it's the
two-thirds?
far east
Yeah.
side.
Far
East-
East,
How far up the map is it? Halfway?
about halfway, I'd say.
Is it
Maybe a
only halfway
touch
to the-
below, but
I think of it as at the northern end of the map.
Yeah, no, there's definitely more. And you don't usually go to the northeast corner much.
no, not
Um,
unless you're doing Boone's Quest and Bitter Springs and all that. That's pretty much the only stuff out there, really.
Is it just
a few
naked desert?
locations, but
Yeah, there's a ranger station there. So I was doing the Camp Forlorn Hope quests.
mhm.
And so that one takes you up to the ranger station that's up there in the northeast corner of the map.
Yeah, I like that whole area. It's a neat area, but you kind of only go up there because the boomers are northeast. And then like east
Yeah.
in that northeast area, I didn't remember that there was a ranger station there. I just remember Bitter Springs and
Yeah,
and there's a
there's
huge
this-
radioactive pit up there too.
Yeah, there's also a train station that has an absolute crap ton of death claws on the right side of the road and another ton on the left side of the road. So you have to stick to the road.
You wonder, one pebble off the shoulder.
And there's also everywhere you turn, there's a cluster of cazadors. So that's been Boone has been hurting several times. You'll get the little notification. Boone is unconscious.
Ooh, it's unconscious. Well, quit drinking so much, bud.
And then you're like, oh shit, that means they're coming for me.
Yeah, well, that's your indicator, right? That's your Billy screaming and teared. Don't let them hurt me.
Yeah, so I picked up Boone and have been running around with him. We headed over to RepCon to do that. And you run across a lot of Bright followers. And I picked up a couple of plasma rifles
Yeah.
and fixed it up and gave it to Boone. And he was really digging the plasma rifle. So then that gave me the idea that we should go over to the RepCon headquarters and pick him up the Q35 modulator. And
Don't know what that means.
it's a prototype plasma rifle,
What letters did you say?
the Q-35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plasma
So it's a play on the Martin the Martian from Bugs Bunny, the Q-35
Marvin?
matter modulator.
Demeter modulator.
So Boone's been loving that, kicking butt.
Did you say the Q-35 plasma what?
It's a plasma rifle.
Rifle.
Yeah, it's really good.
Matter modulator. Beautiful. Ooh, it's pretty too.
So I'm a stealth character, and
How's Boone work with that?
actually pretty well. So I was a little bit worried. So my goal is to stay on even footing with as many of the factions as I can while doing NCR quests. And so,
Do they like? It seems like they don't like very many of the other factions in the game.
right. So normally that would be the case. But so I went to Nelson and was able to snipe the two guys on the hill, which gave me access to the troopers that are on the crosses in Nelson.
Hmm.
And so I was able to kill them without the Legion knowing who did it.
Oh,
And so I completed that quest.
I guess the Legion wouldn't like that.
And so I was still neutral with them, but gained fame from the NCR.
Nice.
Then-
It's good that you were able to stay neutral with the Legion for a while if you wanted.
Yeah. Then when you go to Camp Forlorn Hope and do their quests, they want help clearing the Legion out of Nelson.
Yeah.
So you buy them some sandwiches and they follow you out.
So I went in, and so the hard part of that is you go into one of the barracks that has the leader of the Legion and two of his foot soldiers. So I went in with Boone. I was sneaking, and they attacked Boone. We killed all three of them, and I didn't gain any Legion infamy. They were completely oblivious to my being there
Because you were hidden.
because I was hidden.
So Boone did all your dirty work.
Yep.
Attaboy, Boone.
And so I'm still neutral after those two quests with the Legion.
Boone shooting Legion? That never happened.
Yeah. Well, and so that keeps Boone happy because that's all he wants to do is kill Legion. And it keeps me happy because I don't gain any infamy from the Legion.
Yeah, there are some interesting options throughout the game like that. It's amazing that you made it that far without infamy from the Legion, even though you're NCR. It's the same with when we get to
Great.
Boulder City Showdown. Like you can get out of there with good reputation with the cons and the NCR if you play it right. It's even though there are ways to definitely get vilified pretty quickly. The only place you can't, I mean, obviously there are later game things where you definitely can't do that, but I
Right.
feel like around Good Spring with the Good Springs quest, there was really no way to. You can end with shunned, right? Instead of like them hating you with the powder gangers, but you
Yeah,
kind of
'cause
have to get some infamy.
Yeah, you get a little bit, but not enough to make them attack you. So I killed, I did a sneak attack kill on, what's his dinkle? The bad guy.
Yeah, Ghost City Gunfight. That's the name of the quest.
Yeah. So I took him out.
No, Dinkle
Which-
was correct.
Yeah. Which made them, easier to defeat. So I was able to let the townsfolk.
Take care of the rest.
take
because
care of
he's
the rest of 'em.
toughest. Yeah, that's smart. And yeah, it's Joe Cobb. So Lear
There we
says,
go.
is Joe Cobb now Dinkle?
No, he's dinkless.
Works for me.
So that I've been, at first I was struggling to find something interesting to do with this character. And so that's been my goal, is to do as much as I can to have as few, factions dislike me. So at this point, the powder gangers are the only ones that I'm hated with. And that's because I helped the NCR clear them out of the
Jail.
prison. Yeah. So, but I did finally find the silencer for the 10mm pistol.
Just on any vendor? Do you have to go to vendor?
Yeah, it was
Where'd you go?
Blake at the Crimson Caravan Company. And really the only way that I could get that to work was to first buy the 9mm from somebody else hook that onto a 9mm, and then
Sell the 9mm, get the 10.
no, because then once I did that, then the 10mm showed up in his inventory.
Wait, okay. So what triggered it? Putting it on something into your inventory?
It's random. I just
removing it.
Just like the game knew that I wanted one, so it didn't put it in anybody's inventory. As soon as I went around it, it was like, okay, fine, here.
Absolutely.
So, but I've got so much money, I don't care.
What are you?
You're
I've already bought.
10? Yep,
I've
over
already
10,
bought
20.
I've already bought 2 implants.
This man is level 14 now. I mean,
Yeah.
Are implants like 10K a piece?
4K for the special ones.
4K.
So I've done intelligence and luck.
Is there one for each special?
Yeah. Yep. And then subdermal armor, which boosts your DT
yeah, that's
a
a
few
good one.
points. And
Why intelligence and luck?
so intelligence for more skill points.
Leveling up, okay.
Yep.
And luck,
For gambling?
well, it helps with gambling, but also
Wild Ways?
it boosts all your skills.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. Luck is a good one in this game.
Boosts all your skills?
Yep.
How's that work?
It just gives a little boost to everything, because you're lucky.
Math.
That's odd. I guess you're lucky. Good boy.
I like that one, but you're limited to the number of implants you can have based on your endurance. You're like your starting endurance. So that's one of the reasons why it's good if the random generator gives you endurance of at least 6 or 7.
How many?
I've got 6.
How many implants does Boobarella have?
Boobarella has no implants, and no, they're all natural. Thank you very much, y'all.
What else are you getting into, Ray? We got more wasteland adventures. What you said you hadn't been up to the northeast corner. But every other corner of the map
Well, and also the northwest. So I almost went to Jacobstown, but not quite. Because there's also a ranger station up there on the road to Jacobstown where the night can are.
Is the northern barrier just sort of a row of mountains and with a few caves in the mountainside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's been fun. What else have I done up there?
You guys were talking about the death claws and how they're so fucking vicious in New Vegas, but they look fucking scrawny to me in comparison to the ones in Fallout 4. Why are they like so scrawny, but like way more intense? Like the ones in Fallout 4, you shoot them in the head twice and they go down most of the time.
Yeah, but the ones in 4 have kind of like almost T-Rex arms. The ones in New Vegas have really long
mantis arms. Yeah.
Big, long claws.
Muto.
So they've got that leverage on you. And, Boone and I can take out one. We ran into one on the way up to Red Rock Canyon because I wanted to stop in at the Khan's Armory and see if they had a 10mm silencer, which they didn't.
Is any of Boone's quest stuff built into the main quest, or is that all?
It's all side quests. Yeah.
Who do you put his hat on to kill? Does that change? Because that would be if they programmed it to like change every game, every playthrough, and you have to like figure out a little mystery. Oh, this game it was Raoul. That time it was that guy. That time it was. Ooh, this time she just said "fuck you" and ran off.
No, it's always the same lady.
Yeah. Is it possible to do that sort of programming? And games back then? I know you probably could do it now.
Well, I have to imagine. I mean, there's a lot of random
adventure stuff.
But yeah, no, that particular quest, it's always the same woman because it's part of a story thing. What's her name? Jenny Lynn or
Jenny Lynn?
Yeah, Jeannie Mae, maybe.
Oh, you're talking about Jeannie Mae Crawford at Novak,
Novak.
Jeannie Mae Crawford,
the one that you put the beret on her,
or you don't.
And
always
walk
an
her
option.
out in front of the
parade her out there.
We kind of all do. I think.
Wait, the big dinosaur isn't also called Dinky, right? Because he's huge. He is Dinky? Not Dinky at all. He's huge. Oh, I guess it's an ironic name, like Jumbo.
Exactly, like Curly.
Curly, right? Curly, no hair.
Yeah.
Tiny, the giant elephant.
Yeah, and unfortunately, so there's a few YouTube videos of people that have gone out to that area and walked the path of the courier, and they miss the fact that the dino is nowhere near the rest of the story. They're going from Good Springs to Primm to Nipton and all that.
And the actual dinos in California.
Well, and quite a bit further south in California. then, because you do go to part of California when you're going through that route, is Prim's right on the border of California and Nevada. So anywhere south of Prim is in California.
Mhm.
But the Dinosaur is considerably further.
I'm glad they brought him in though, because it really,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's so iconic for Novak and the TV show coming up too. Exciting. I want to interrupt real quick note from Vanessa in chat mentioning she didn't realize you can lead pretty much anybody in Novak out to be shot by Boone. So as part of that quest, like it doesn't have to be Gina May Crawford. It's true. Lead them out there and
Even take the bray off of the corpse and like put it on another person you don't like and bring them the next night.
no, it's not. You don't get multiple opportunities. You can't have a death squad with. Oh my God, bitter
Oh,
springs
my
all
bad.
over again. This is
No,
horrible.
It was this guy over here. It's that dickhead who ripped me off the other day. I swear.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah, it was this guy who took some caps. No, but
But,
Boone does get upset
Boone
if
gets,
you don't.
Yeah, he gets bent out of shape and won't follow you.
Right. Yep.
No.
You need to actually solve it to get him as a follower.
Oh, to get him to come out in the field with you. Okay. And so do you just know that beforehand now? So do you just immediately run, grab the hat, put it bam, bam, wait until dark, pull her out in front of the dinosaur? Okay, Boone, let's go.
Well, I at least went to the trouble of going inside the office and getting the document out of the safe.
And that proves
Yeah,
okay
it's the bill of sale.
of her into slavery or whatever.
Yeah.
What was her name? What was Boone's wife's name?
I don't remember. Is it Carla?
Mm.
I'm thinking Carla, but now I don't remember.
They really want you to think off the top that it's that guy walking around. Is it Raul? Whatever that guy's name is.
No bark.
They really want. They're leaning on him real hard at first.
Yeah, I mean you can't. No bark's awesome. He'll tell you about the chupacabra.
We
Who's
love
the
Nobark.
Chupacabra? Oh, I need to go back and see this.
Wait, did you not talk to Nobark or search his? You've got to talk to all of his dialogue. He's great, and he
No,
also.
I stopped in, met some people, then I went off and did the RepCon thing. I didn't really spend a ton of time in Novak.
So he gives you some good background on the ghouls at RepCon facility. Well, in his own way. It's not necessarily good background, but it's fun background. But it also kind of puts you on with the chupacabra that's attacking the cattle. So you can help a couple of the ranchers out there in Novak too by taking care of that.
Vaguely remember you guys talking about that quest. So yeah. See, the fun part about not playing this game a billion times is most of this stuff, because I
Feels
played it
new.
a long time ago. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I kind of remember. It's not like, oh yeah, I go here, do this, go to that spot. No, oh yeah, there's something over there. Oh, it's important. I need to go hit this spot, that spot.
Yeah.
Fallout 4, you got in the back of my hand. But
Right.
Vegas is all a new experience, like you said.
As much as I love New Vegas, this is only my fourth playthrough, I think technically. Like I might have been in another time, but really only my fourth playthrough. It's because it's a different kind of game where Fallout 4, the whole world's open to you. You can do a bunch of different paths. Like you just log in and you can do different objectives when you play. But New Vegas is more of a linear story. And I always think of it that way. Like, yeah, you can do it in different orders. You can choose different factions. You can do different things for sure. A lot of choice and consequence. But you only need to play the story every couple of years, So I feel like 3 years is the perfect amount of time, really.
Ray, you were talking about Boone. Do you guys have? It's like the conversation wheel thing lets you take like a step further into like battle tactics and stuff with your follower. Do you mess around with that at all, or do you just kind of how does that work? Like, are you like, oh, I am a stealth person, so I want them to hang way back and be quiet? I'd say I don't even know if you can tell them to do that, but do you mess with the battle tactics thing? Because I noticed that the other day, and I'm like, gosh, I wonder if I should be manipulating with this, because part of my character's personality was I'm supposed to just tinker with everything, just like look and be constantly tinkering with my outfits and stuff. I'm like, ooh, maybe I should tinker with battle tactics and be like, oh no, you stand up and you walk further back or something. Do you guys mess with that stuff? I know, Ray, you don't do but you have Boone. You don't do followers though. Why do you have Boone?
Because he was assigned
Yeah.
from the random character generator.
Oh, gee.
And if you're going to have somebody with you in this type of play style, he's definitely one.
Boone's the one.
Yeah.
He's good
And,
for a
you know,
sneak. Absolutely.
Last Roundtable, I pushed I've got this companion mod that lets you have unlimited companions.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck all of them, right?
And so I had all of them. I had the big entourage. So I had Lily and Raul, Boone, and
we're here.
Veronica, and Rex and Eddie. Well, actually, in this case, it was Edie because my character was the female.
There you go. Yeah, I've got
Better?
Edie already. I've got Edie now, but Arcade is my assigned companion, so I only have Edie at this point. Which I mentioned Boone, good for stealth, but I mean, not really. In a way, Edie and Boone both can detect pretty far distance
Yeah.
and initiate battle before you're ready sometimes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But, I haven't really minded because as long as I'm crouched, anything that Boone does. So in New Vegas, you get credit for
Kills.
anything that your, follower does as far as XP goes.
You don't even need to get one shot in. I noticed that. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, all right.
Yeah. So if I stay crouched, Boone can kill anybody he wants and I don't get penalized for it. So
Oh,
that's worked out well.
The karma eye in the sky doesn't
Yeah.
judge you
Right.
for manipulating someone else into doing your dirty work. That does not get frowned upon for some reason.
Karma's eye only goes so far.
I guess so. Hey, Ray, did you have any more gameplay? Did you want to?
No. The rest of the play was all quest stuff.
Yeah, mine too. Basically, lots of quest stuff. I did play a little bit of Shelter, and when I was on Thanksgiving break, I wanted to take my little phone clip game controller setup, but I accidentally left the controller at home, so I fucked up. So for my game time, when I was rolling around at the in-laws during a snowy Thanksgiving break, got like a foot of snow up there. It was awesome. Mo rolling around in the snow was really fun. I decided to play some Shelter because Steve has been chatting Shelter up in the Discord. So I wanted to rush through the Vault 33 quest line and collect all the benefits that I could from that. And I noticed something that I played a few of these before on a different vault, and I had people like Chet and Betty, and I think I had maybe Cooper Howard or something. But when I played through the whole quest line this time, I have Lucy and the Ghoul, which I had on the last one, Maximus, so I had on the last one. But this time, I think once you get past a certain time, it might be, I don't want to say random, but it might sort of alternate or switch up who you can bring home, or I earned them in other ways or something, because this time I got Ma June, and she's the old lady in Philly who sells stuff. Who's Ma June? Anybody know?
Ma June in Philly, you mean? Yeah, no, she's the one who has the store.
The lady in Philly at the store, the sales.
She and Barf, yeah.
And I also brought home the snake oil salesman, which I would have remembered the last time. So I'm thinking either this is a different quest line somehow, or it rotates who you can bring home. I brought home the dog meat with CX404 and Snip Snip, which I do not remember.
You got Snip Snip? Oh,
brought home Snip the fucking robot. He looks a lot like normal handies, except for he's black and has red highlights, so he looks like a Star Wars
he's in the Super Duper Mart,
right? In episode 4, yeah, Snip Snip's the one who's there to harvest your organs.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Snip Snip. That gives her the brown finger.
He's so polite. Love him.
And then the other thing I've been doing a lot was when I got back, I've been playing a lot of the Brotherhood of Steel stuff. And then I was going to ask, oh, wait a second. Is that part of the main quest? Am I doing stuff out of order? The Brotherhood of Steel stuff in New Vegas? Is that tucked into the main quest?
There's main quest related stuff with them where you've got to visit the Brotherhood, make some decisions about them for most paths. But doing some of their quests separately won't. No, okay. In no way are you ruining anything. And
Good.
Doing a lot of things out of order, like so much of New Vegas is side quests. And then the overarching quest is how you relate to the factions. So you can do a lot of things ahead without too much issue.
I'm burning bridges left and right, man.
Oh, no.
Ray was talking about how he's trying to not step on toes on his way through, while I'm shoving elbows and faces as I walk through the door here. Because I really don't know what's happening most of the time. I'm just, I don't know. And I hit a button and the option, and then it turns out, now these people hate you forever. And I'm like, all right, that's on them, I guess. But so I went over and I've got high science and my character likes to tinker. And so I was running around over there by Gibson and then over to like I was like, oh, there's some stuff over here on this side of the mess. So I'm like trotting over, and then like, oh, I see Helios 1 in the distance. That's really cool. I like their tower thing. So I run up and I look into that, and I run into their scientist guy who's like proud of his fucking 1% efficiency. And then I'm like, oh my Lord. So I go and I remember Helios 1 being awesome. I remember being this little like gun you could find that would summon a beam from the sky and you could like melt stuff. And I was like, oh, I remember that. Let's go get that. It's kind of similar to the smoke grenades in Fallout 4 that can summon the artillery cannon fire. And I was like, okay, so let's add that. That'll be fun. So I went up and I did all the Helios stuff. And then I launched the fucking beam at the end on act, like not really just like, do you want to give power to the strip? Do you want to give it to the NCR? Do you want to give it to the Legion? Do you want to give it to the whole wasteland? Do you want to launch the beam? And I didn't know that launching the beam was like instead of doing all those other things. So I launched the beam and then I look around and an explosion happens and I see NCR bodies flying just fucking everywhere. You go down and there's just like death and carnage. NCR limbs, people dead. And I'm like, oh, they are not going to be happy about this.
What did you do, Andrew?
I ran away. I ran the fuck away.
I can't believe you used Archimedes. Don't.
I didn't mean to. And I was like, oh no. Wait, okay. Now direct power to where? So then I left for a few days, but I happened back that pathway. So I stopped in again and the fucking Legion moved in. There's Legionnaires at
So you're leaving it and you're not resetting it? Which faction are you, by the way? Are you Yes Man?
I am Mr. House.
You're Mr. House. Okay.
I'm Mr. House.
Interesting choice.
I don't think I'm stepping into. So I decided to just fucking leave it. So I'm running around, but I also slaughtered like the Legion guys down at, is it Nipton where they have everyone strung up on crosses?
Yes, that's Nipton.
So I'm already in bad frame, but I guess not like hated by them or something. But then something else happened. I killed another. So now like there have bands showing up of the Legion every time I'm out in the desert. I'll get like random bands. God, and that's so fucking constant. Like, can we turn down the frequency of this? Hey, you, blah, blah, blah. Like,
a lot of it's connected to fast travel too. So if you, the more you fast travel, the more they'll spawn on you.
I keep forgetting fast travel exists too.
So you're getting them without. Okay.
That's the benefit of playing survival mode Fallout 4 is that like I'm just running everywhere now. But
I kind of enjoy that. I do enjoy that. And it sounds like you're discovering a lot with the way you're playing, even if you didn't talk to Novak as much, but you're seeing a lot.
I haven't actually explored Novak at all. I just like stopped in there on my way over to the rockets. They were like, hey, we have a ghoul problem. Like, bang, that's what I needed. And I left. So I didn't talk to many people yet.
So now does the NCR hate you too?
Do they know?
They'll send rangers after you.
Just today, Ray, I got the, hey, you. I'm like, oh, God, here's another Legion asshole. I turn around, and it's an NCR ranger. And I'm like, oh, hi, what's up? And they're like, you have committed harsh crimes against the NCR. You now have 3 days to clean up your act. And I'm like,
maybe do a few quests for him. Maybe do something, Andrew. I mean, being hated by the NCR too can make things pretty difficult.
And so...
Oh, no.
Hard save, right?
You didn't shoot him. Of course.
So now I'm just going to have fucking NCR bands popping up. I'm just going to be hunted by everyone. Like I'm just going to walk down the road and have Legion popping up on this side, hunting me down. Hey, fuck you. And then have to kill all them and then walk 5 step up the road and have NCR people.
Well, the cool thing about this.
Gear I'm going to have to sell, right? I'm just going to have so much shit to sell to everyone.
And the powder gangers are probably after you too.
Oh, of course, right?
They'll send guys.
I haven't seen them yet.
In their territory. Only in their territory. But yeah. So, but here's the cool thing, Andrew. You haven't completely screwed your playthrough. The path of destiny, threads of destiny have not been cut because once you get into Freeside and New Vegas proper, you talk to Mr. House and you do the platinum ship with Benny. We'll get to that in 2 weeks from now. You actually reset your reputation. You have a chance to kind of make good with the Legion and the NCR back to like just neutral.
What? Why would I want to? Like, is there something wrong with
to advance some of the quests?
Really?
So, yeah. Yeah, they did that on purpose for people like you.
Oh,
They
come
said
on.
we don't want people to screw themselves out and not finishing the game.
Come on.
It's politics. You know what I mean? It's a temporary ceasefire. You can absolutely
stick faces on both sides. Fuck them both, man.
Well, and you can do that in the end. You can absolutely do that, but they give you a second chance. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
In order to talk to a few people,
I'm gonna fucking do it again. Fuck them.
Yeah, because with Mr. House, you do have to gain access to the facility, the hill where Caesar is.
I thought he summoned you at some point.
Well, he does, but you've got to be able to walk around town to get to the place where you need to go to.
You would think his soldiers
do the
would
robot
escort you and be like, "Hey, leave this guy alone. We're taking him up to the hill to talk to the boss."
Mm.
Weird. Okay. Well, all right. So, well, then I'll have fun with it for now and just sell off lots of gear in the meantime.
Absolutely. And you can totally go back to this too. Especially if you're doing a Mr. House playthrough, you can clear the area of both NCR and Legion as much as you want for Mr. House. But you have to do a few political things along the way.
Besides that, like I mentioned, I got into the Brotherhood. I'm not going to get deep into their quest lines and stuff, but as I was stumbling around up there, I happened upon some like trading post. And then I was talking to some lady, and then she started following me. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait a second, what's happening here? And I was like, okay. Oh, Veronica, people have mentioned you. I remember you. I think Pat likes you or so. I don't remember. Someone liked you a lot. And then it's like, so I was just walking around. I didn't really listen to her backstory, talk to her very much or anything, but I was like, yeah, sure, come on. And so we're stumbling around and we go out to the, like, oh, I'm near Hidden Valley. Let's go see if that sandy dust storm is up and around. And so I'm walking around through there and it just never appears. I'm like, wait a second, I got to be close enough where the sandy dust storm is going to appear. It just never does. And I walk right into the bunker.
In Hidden Valley, you never saw the dust storm?
No, not at all. I walk right into the bunker and there's the locked security door up front. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm sure I'm going to have to go get a holotape or a password or something and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden the door pops open. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? And then like I walk in and then Veronica starts talking to people. And I'm like, oh, you must be in the goddamn Brotherhood. Like,
yeah, you got Veronica. Yep.
She's just like your key into the goddamn place. It was amazing. I remember last time getting into there was a giant fucking hassle. So you just need to bring Veronica and you can really you don't even have to do anything. You just walk right into the place and start talking to people. It was great. So anyway, I've been doing Brotherhood quests. You know how whatever quest the McNamara guy sends you off to collect 3 holotapes or something. And I brought those back and it was like a kind of a big trip all over that area of the map and like up to Nellis and over here and off to the river on that side and over and back. And I was like, thank God this quest is overturned into the holotapes. And he's like, oh, and there's also scout teams. And I'm like, God damn it. So now I'm off searching for the scout teams right now. That's what I'm doing with the Brotherhood.
But you're going to get in good with the Brotherhood, which we know you love.
The computer virus thing, I did that because my science is 100 now because it's one of my assigned things. So that just got the computer guys to give me more information about how to overthrow the power if I want to. Do you guys replace McNamara with the guy? A good way to play it?
We haven't done it yet this playthrough.
Is it assigned as a side quest?
No, no, you can do it separately. But I don't like replacing Elder McNamara.
Don't like it? Okay.
I prefer Elder McNamara, but I have replaced him once and I've blown it up because you can obviously destroy it for the main quest line later on. Well, I won't tell you. You'll find out when you get there.
Well, I was scared because one time I popped out of the vault to go run and look for the holotapes, and there was like a band of Brotherhood sitting there, and I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go look for some holotapes," and they're like, "No, you're not." Like, wait a second, what do you mean? And they're like, "We heard what Veronica was saying. We're gonna kill you now." And I'm like, "Oh, that's not fun." So Veronica and I had to kill all the people, the Brotherhood. And then she just like turned around and was like, yeah, we took care of all the witnesses, so everything's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm like, but there's dead bodies laying at the front door. They're going to see these guys. It's like, oh, don't worry about it. We'll be cool. What is happening? So yeah, Brotherhood's fun. Other stuff. Oh, I stumbled luckily with Veronica into blindly not knowing what I was doing. Luckily got into the Brotherhood bunker. Also serendipitous reaction. When I stumbled into Freeside, right? I had just done the Helio stuff, had like all of went up to the, what are they called? Mick and Morty? What's Mick and Morty's called?
Mick and Ralph's.
Mick and Ralph's. And then I got, I just so happened to need the something Helios gun thingamadu, the Euclid
Sea Finder.
Finder. Yeah, almost
whatever
a
the
view
fuck
finder.
that thing is. And because I had no intentions, but I had literally just come from there, and I was like, oh crap, I fucked it. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, because I thought this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be able to summon this beam from the sky anytime I want to. And then I thought, oh crap, I just killed everyone in the NCR. That has shut off my access to that from now for the rest of the game. I thought that that was done now because of my bad choice. But then I stumbled into
Nope.
no, and they had this like little gunny thing, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome, great, cool." So like I bought, and now I can like do the 3 beams twisting into one spot, and boom. But you can only do it once every 24 hours.
And did you get the thing from the kid?
What, you have to be more specific. What is the thing from the kid?
You can pick up the Sea Finder from the little kid that runs around Freeside.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. There's a kid sleep. Yeah, he was sleeping on a sleeping bag, and I woke him up and took whatever thing he had. Yeah, whatever that.
Yep, that's how you get it in the first place.
Okay, right. Yes. And then why did I need to do it at
Mick and Ralph's?
Mick and Ralph's. Why? Do they do? Do they mod it or something? Do they enhance it? Do they do something to that? I feel like I had to stumble into there to do something with it, or was it that I also just met that kid? It must be that he's also in Freeside.
It's from a kid. That's why I was a little bit confused when you mentioned Mick and Ralph's, because he sleeps right on the street in front of Mick and Ralph's. Like he's there at the same time.
Nearby, because that was the same play session or whatever. Okay. Sorry. So
that makes more sense. It wasn't at Rick and Morty.
I'm confusing. There's no Rick and Morty doesn't have anything to do with it, but the little kid does. I had no intentions of finding the kid. No, like I wouldn't go like, because in Fallout 4 I'd be like, okay, now I got this. Now I need to go here and get that item, and then I can use this thing. I literally stumbled through all of that Helios shit blind and ended up getting the thing that I wanted in the end somehow. That never fucking happens in video games. It's always a huge fucking haul to get anything useful. I literally fell backwards into this, thought I fucked myself, and still ended up with the cool, fun Helios beam.
And that's the random generator providing for you.
Yep, and that's why get the luck implant.
And because you've got with the high science now, I mean, that's just the best science weapon in the game.
Does my science level, it would increase like the damage or so? How does it affect that weapon?
It just, by association, just because it's cool, it's a science weapon, and you're a scientist.
I think I heard you mention a plasma rifle of some kind that was way better than the one in the base game or something. I don't remember, you were talking about it the other day.
Oh, that's the YCS 186. That's a Gauss rifle.
Right. Where were you mentioning that? Was that on the podcast? You must have mentioned
Discord.
The podcast last week, or on the Discord. Okay.
Well, it had been brought up in Discord, and I think I talked about it on the podcast last week.
Okay, so re-mention that real quick.
So there's a spot up north near where you start Honest Hearts that is, it can be one of two things. Either it'll be a group of raiders and you'll be able to get the YCS 186 Gauss rifle, or if you're running the Wild Wasteland trait, then it'll be aliens and you'll get the alien blaster.
And you said turn off that. You can just turn mods on and off like that?
No, you just, if you have Wild Wastelands on, it's worth doing just because it's fun. But the alien blaster is not nearly as good a weapon as the YCS 186 Gauss rifle.
And if you have Wild Wastelands on, it'll always be the alien.
Yeah, it'll always be the alien blaster.
Okay. And again, you're going to have to say those numbers again. The
YCS 186.
186. And that's some specialized plasma?
It's a
plasma weapon?
No, it's a Gauss rifle.
Gauss. But
so it's still an
energy.
It's still an energy weapon.
Okay.
The plasma gun is the Q35 matter modulator. And that's the one.
That's the Marvin the Martian one you mentioned earlier.
Yep.
Okay. Guns is also one of my 3 assigned perks, traits, skills. What is the sort of like end game handgun, or see, guns in this game isn't just like handguns. It's like small, like I feel like
it's ballistic weapons. So shotguns,
rifles too, shotguns too. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
And pistols.
shotguns, rifles, and pistols. That's such a wide range.
Yeah, if you're doing pistols, if you're doing a cowboy-like character, the pistol I like to get is the one from the Singing Cowboy. He's on the highway between Novak and Boulder City.
The Singing Cowboy.
He hangs out by the by a billboard.
Oh, of course.
And you can
smoking?
recruit him to perform at one of the casinos.
How do you have that power? How did you become the recruiter?
It's a quest you pick up. You talk to.
It's a quest.
You talk to some guy at the casino, and he says, "Hey, if you can get me."
So you've been to the tops already?
Singers.
You got into New Vegas, went to the tops without doing
No, I
anything?
haven't actually done that. Is he there before?
Oh, and Ray hasn't
activate
either this playthrough. Okay.
Yeah.
Not yet. Is he there before you activate the quest, or is it one of those things that you have to activate the quest and then he'll pop up next time?
Yeah. And if you have high speech, you can talk him out of his gun. If you don't have high speech, then you can kill him out of his gun.
Nice. And you get his gun is the main.
Yeah,
My
it's a
speech
really
is
nice
like
revolver.
25. I have no fucking speech. Guess that's kind of apt for most science engineers.
Well, and based on your latest play style, I would say just kill
everybody. Just kill them.
No. I mean, yeah, if that's what you want, but
What do you think the Euclid thing is for?
don't kill the performers. You got to watch the show. It's way more fun if you get to watch the show at the top.
That's true.
I'm just gonna have my evil laugh ready this whole playthrough.
It's good to. I mean, there's definitely some good shotguns. Rifles, or your ultimate goal there is the anti-material rifle. That's the heavy-duty rifle.
And when did the anti-artillery rifle? Did you say
Anti-material.
Material.
It's basically a tank rifle.
A tank rifle?
Yeah.
Wow. And the concept of legendary effects, when did that enter? That Fallout 4 that started?
It was really Fallout 4. Yeah, I mean, while there are special weapons with those kind of perks, but the idea of the random legendary effects was Fallout 4, right?
Yeah.
Because I see some have like bonus critical damage or bonus critical chance and stuff like that, but that seems like sort of like the precursor to legendary effects,
Yeah. Yep, those came with named weapons
that as
or
far as
mods.
I get. I'm never going to find an incendiary this or that, like
Not named as such, but there are various weapons, especially as we get into the DLC and such.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that was all I have on my gameplay. So I think we're about ready to roll into some.
Let's stick with the roundtable stuff.
Let's get into some roundtable stuff. Jess, what do we have this week?
So this week for quests, we were going through Come Fly With Me, Boulder City Showdown, and finishing They Went That Away. So They Went That Away is the overarching quest that kind of takes you to all this stuff. The first part was simply starting Good Springs, going to Prim to find out stuff from Nash, and moving on. Nipton is a stop along the way. You can play it however, you know what I mean? You can shoot Vulpas, you can talk to Vulpas, you can sneak or what have you. But the quest will update again, and it kind of leads you towards Novak, is the next area you go to. And once you get to Novak and you're following the quest line, it points you towards Manny Vargas, which is one of the ways you can start the Come Fly With Me Repcon quest. You don't have to do it that way, but that is the general way to get it if you're following the quest. And then after you finish that and get information from there, it will send you to Boulder City, where you get Boulder City Showdown. So that's why all three of those quests were on the list this week, because you got the overarching one, then these two that are connected. And you can resolve them various ways. You don't have to do Come Fly With Me. The way I actually did it, I did it out of order, because when you get to Novak, you can get into Manny's room and get onto his terminal, and you can get the information that you need from there about Benny and Boulder City.
You are such a sneak.
But I mean, that's just one way to do it. So I did that first to make sure I got it done. And then I did Come Fly With Me. But I'm trying to think what else we might need to mention about They Went That Away. There's not much to it. It's really kind of an overarching quest, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys do to the Legate down in Nipton, whatever his name is?
So last time I played, I killed Vulpas, and I had the Legion after me from Nipton on. I was being attacked all the way to Camp Searchlight and Novak and such. This time, I just listened to him I did not anger the Legion. I listened, and because I was only level 3 when I hit Nipton, so I'm level 5 now, playing low level compared to you two.
And is that enough to have them chase you forever? If you kill them then and there, you are forevermore an enemy.
Oh yeah, you're vilified.
If you're successful and
until
kill a
you-
bunch, I think you are. Yeah.
Until you can reset with Mr. House or whatever, right?
Yeah, when you take the ferry across, you get a pass, and they ignore all your past crimes against the Legion.
Yeah. And Rando in chat says, no, you come fly with me. And yes, of course we will. That's why it was on the quest list, because it's important to do either way. But you don't have to do the main quest. It is an optional side quest as opposed to necessary. Just like technically Boulder City Showdown is listed as a side quest, but you kind of had to get the information on Benny about the platinum chip and stuff, which we'll get to. But yeah, they went that away. I think that wraps it. Not much else to say on it.
Mm-mm.
So Nipton, Novak, and then Boulder City. And once you finish Boulder City Showdown, you get the info you needed from Jessup. That finishes the quest. So I think it starts ring-a-ding.
What do you need in Boulder City Showdown? That's the one you get there. There's the guy at the gate, and you have to go in and...
Yeah, let's do Boulder City Showdown, because I think it's interesting. And this is the order I did them in, even though most people do the opposite order. So when you get to Boulder City, you're following the path there after Novak, and you arrive Boulder City, and maybe you stop by Old Lady Gibson's and stuff along the way. Maybe you stopped on Helios 1 and blew people up along the way. Like maybe you went to the east and got killed by rad scorpions and such along the way. Like it's a little dangerous out there.
Bark scorpions, good lord.
Yep. But so Boulder City Showdown, you arrive at Boulder City, which was previously, in fact, this is something I find interesting, that a lot of the towns in the area, you think about the way New Vegas maybe was surviving and even thriving a little bit for a while post-war. Like a lot of areas, Boulder City was populated. Nelson, until the past couple years, was populated with a lot of people living there. Camp Searchlight probably at some point. What's the name of the one on the river there that's taken over by Legion with all the slaves now?
Cottonwood Cove?
Yes, Cottonwood Cove. Like, technically, Cottonwood Cove still has people. They're just Legion. But, like, a lot of these areas were previously settled and thriving towns. And now we're down to Prim, Goodspring, Novak, because Nipton's been destroyed. Nelson has been destroyed. Boulder City is barely functioning after the war. That was destroyed 7 years ago in the first Battle of Hoover Dam. But, so you arrive at Boulder City, and there is a guy at the memorial there kind of mourning his brother. You can talk to him, get a little background on what happened at Boulder City during the war and how they made a stand there. And you can, of course, deface the memorial if you want, which angers him. But I wouldn't do that. Andrew, you didn't do that, right? You're not defacing memorials too.
Yeah, I blew it up with a laser beam from the sky.
You didn't. Yeah, but you can talk to him. He's not part of the quest, but he's there.
I spray painted it.
And then you go.
No, come on. Show me a little respect.
Of course. I'm so sorry. You would never do such a thing. But
any damage and destruction I cause is always accidental.
It starts that way. At least.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
And it's only because he didn't have the Euclid C Finder yet.
I didn't have
to actually be able to make it happen.
I would have done it probably, yeah. Except for you have to wait 24 hours every time you use it. That's so dumb. And then I thought, oh, wait a second. It's because you collect the energy of the sun, and that only sun comes up at once every 24 hours. That's why. There's a reason for it, but it still frustrates me.
Yep. But you get to Boulder City, and you find the memorial first, and then you get directed to the Bighorn Saloon for more info. And so you can go into the Bighorn Saloon, and obviously it was a thriving place. It's not so much anymore, again, because of the hard times Boulder City has fallen on. You can talk to them there, and you meet Lieutenant Monroe. Did you guys do anything else around the saloon or anything, Ray? Or
I didn't even go in the saloon. I just went right to the gate.
Went right to the gate. And is Monroe at the gate, or is he outside the saloon? They're not too far from each other.
Yeah, the guy that you talk to get in there and start the quest is at the gate.
Okay. And so that's Monroe. And you find out about the situation from him, what happened there. Basically, some cons attacked an NCR patrol, started shooting at him. The patrol kind of chased them in here. They holed up in the ruins, and they managed to get a couple of hostages from NCR troopers. So they have a couple NCR hostage. They're holed up in the ruins. The NCR is outside. He's got orders. He's about to go in and attack them. And you can approach this a couple ways. You can tell him you'll sneak in, you'll free the hostages, and they can fight, give you a chance to do that. You can say you're going to go in and you're going to negotiate with the cons, and he'll give you a chance because he doesn't know you. So you can agree to rescue them and kill them. You can sneak in and take care of them. So which path did you take, Ray?
So I popped a magazine and talked to Jessup.
Okay.
And
So you told him you wanted to
convinced him.
negotiate.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I did too. So if you do the negotiate, you can walk in and the cons won't immediately be hostile to you because you're obviously not an NCR trooper. Although I wonder if you wear their uniform and are disguised as NCR, would they shoot you on sight? I don't know. I've never done that.
no.
That would be interesting.
I had just blown up his whole faction. They still were letting me help. So they
Yeah.
weren't that mad.
Word hasn't spread to everybody yet. They're more concerned with the fight. But it's good to get in there. And if you do the sneak route, you can sneak and free the hostages, kill the cons. Andrew, which route did you take on this?
I was just trying to remember. Let's see. Let's see.
Did you go in shooting or did you talk
This
to me?
was before. No, I went in shooting, of course. But I had a Ripper from somewhere. Where the fuck did I have Ripper from? And even though I'm not assigned melee at all,
Mm-hmm. It rips.
the reason I call it fucking Ripper, man.
Yeah.
That thing fucking rules. Where the hell did I pick one of those up? Like, it had to be off a corpse somewhere. Who has those early on in the game?
The Legion does.
Legion. So I must have gotten attacked by a Legion band of Legion and then picked it up there. But yeah, until I settle on a gun. Well, actually, I think it just broke. And I was like, fuck, I forgot about the whole weapons breaking thing. I got to repair stuff. Okay. Oh crap, I don't have another Ripper to repair it with.
Yeah. You
and if
can.
it's broken, you can't repair it with another thing anyway, right? It has to be at least. It can't be broken and repaired with. I
No,
would have to
you can
do a
repair
perk,
broken still.
but you can.
As I believe so.
Yeah.
I haven't broken anything fully this playthrough, but no matter what the condition, I think that you can repair it with another item of the same. So
Then
The item that you would repair it with is probably in better condition.
yeah,
Unless you've got a mod on it, there's no
just use
reason.
or a
just
named
switch.
one. Yeah, because so a couple places you could have gotten a Ripper, but Vulpus and Culta, Boxboy has one. You can get one at Rick and Morty's, and if get into the special inventory with a speech check, and then Legion Assassins have it. So it's probably where you got it.
Yeah, Legion sounds like.
So you went in there
It
ripping.
fucking rules.
Ray and I
It's-
actually
yeah.
talked to Jessup, so basically you get in and they let you into the headquarters and the person is there, Jessup and a couple of other great cons. And Jessup is actually Mustache Boy who was there when you got shot by Benny.
Mhm.
So it's good the trail
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
led you
hey,
here.
you. I'm like, oh, no, he recognizes me.
Yeah. And there are a lot of ways you can approach the conversation. You can tell him that you're just pretty tough to kill. And I think he has a line like, I thought the great cons were tough to put down. And yeah. So you can tell him that you will negotiate to get them out with the NCR is the primary way to resolve this with Jessup. But you can also get him mad and just tell him I should have killed you at the time and fight him there. But Ray, sounds like you took the negotiation. I will talk to the NCR about getting you guys out of here.
Yeah. Because my ultimate goal was to gain access to the Great Khan's armory.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to be in good favor with them. And
Yep.
so by negotiating the way out and then talking to the guy who says, oh, sorry, I've got new orders to kill him anyway, you can convince him to do the right thing and let them all go because you promised you would.
Right. So in chat, they're mentioning you can tell Jessup that you're a ghost is one of the responses to. Of course, I did
Yeah.
that. Most of them did that. Like, oh, no, I'm a ghost back to haunt you. And he's like, yeah, cut the crap, man. He doesn't go for it, but it was funny. It was funny for sure. And then you go out and you talk to Monroe again. And so you said, Ray, that you convinced him to go along with the plan?
Yeah. To let him go ahead and go and not kill them all.
You have to bribe him to do that, though, right? Because I gave him money. I don't know if can you do it without bribing with a speech check or.
I think you must be able to because I didn't give him any money.
Okay.
I just told him it was the right thing to do, but I still had the magazine going because I had to pop a magazine to pass Jessup's speech check.
Who's Jessup's faction? Are they fiends? Who are they?
Great cons.
Great cons.
They are the
The drug dealers, not users. Right?
The drug cookers.
Pushers.
exactly.
Or
And
no, cookers. Cooking, pushing, and using. There's multiple steps to the process.
and there's a bit more to them, of course, than that. Like they've been at odds with the NCR for a while, But it was really after Bitter Springs that they became very bitter. And that's where they had a bit of a colony town outside of NCR territory. And then they were attacked. I mean, they were always into drugs. That's part of their MO. But we'll see how they go. So when you talk to Monroe and you bribe him, you can pay 500 caps or barter him down to 400, which I did. So I'll give him 400 caps. And he still says that's more than these soldiers see in a month. So he thinks it's good. And that gives you a chance to go in and let them know that you were freed. Now, he does say, right, during this whole resolution thing, after you let him know what's happening and they're all going to leave, he does say he has orders to still kill them.
Yeah, that's so I just talked to Jessup and then immediately turned around and walked back out and talked to him again.
Yep.
Told him, you got to let him go. And he did.
Obviously, you did it with the speech magazine. I did it with money. Andrew, you said, yeah, let's get in there and attack them.
Yeah, fuck him up.
There you go. I mean, the dude was there when you got shot, and I understand. Did you manage to rescue the hostages, though, or did they die? Do you remember?
Okay, you got to kill all the people holding the hostages, but on the way out, you also got to kill all the NCR people, too. The gate who were trying to get in.
I think the word gotta has a different definition.
I know, but come on. I'm getting attacked every left way.
You're going to be in a barren wasteland by the time you're done. Like, you're only friends to BOS. What has happened to you?
We're already in that Mojave wasteland. Might as well embrace it, right?
I'm down. Well, you have Robit friends too. Mr. House, Robit, BOS.
Eddie. Yeah, we're good buds.
Exactly. But that's essentially the end of the quest. So if you resolve it peacefully or don't. If you resolve it peacefully, though, you talk to Jessup, you let him know he can go. He says thanks, and he gives you, oh, by the way, I found this, and he gives you Benny's custom lighter. So you get the lighter from him. If you do the attack method, you can find the lighter on his body.
Off his corpse, right?
Yeah, so you get it either way.
Boulder has nothing to do with Colorado, right? These are different boulders, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Boulder
this
City.
is Boulder City.
Okay.
And that's in Nevada.
And Boulder is outside Denver in Colorado.
Yeah,
What's it known for in real life? Anything there? Naval base, or not naval base, of course, Air Force base or anything?
Boulder City is just
Mining city or something?
No, it's on the river.
River. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. But hey, if you're listening and you live in Boulder City, I bet it's a cool place.
Give us a shout out. Write us an email. Tell us about Boulder. Boulder City. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm sure you get that all the time.
Good luck in 2264 or whenever the Battle of Hoover Dam was.
Yeah, I think it's right at the dam.
Oh, so
yeah, it's right near. Closest city.
Heading to the dam. That's cool.
I know I've been there.
You've been every fucking where, Ray. The name of zip code Ray hasn't been to in these great states. Okay, so Boulder City Showdown.
That wraps it up.
Yeah.
And then the next quest is Come Fly With Me. And of course, a lot of people do it on the way because when you get to Novak and you're talking to everybody, blah, 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 one of the first people you go to is Manny. That's kind of where you're pointed to. At the time you meet him, he's actually up in the dinosaur's mouth if it's daytime because he and Boone switch shifts and all that. And so you find Manny and he says that he does have some info for you, but, he needs your help. And he talks about how the town is based on buying and selling scrap and scavenging and stuff like that. That's partly why people come through because they're on the road, but there's also a large merchant area there, which you see when you get there because there's the stalls set up where a bunch of people buy and sell and all that. So he tells you that they can no longer scavenge from the big Repcon rocket site nearby because some ghouls moved in, and you can offer to help him clear it out, and then he'll help you get the information if you do that. So, Ray, do you want to take the lead on this one a little bit and talk us through?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of ferals on the outside, so you've got to clear them out. There's a lot of good loot. Make sure when you go under the underpass and loot the little, sleeping area there, that you also turn and go up over to the top of on the overpass, because there's a bunch of corpses and some good There's a cowboy repeater up there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of energy weapon
ammo.
stuff too, right? I'm doing energy weapons, so that was really good.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned a varmint rifle that was emblazoned with something on the handle or the stock or something last week.
Yeah, that's the Rat Slayer. That's the gun that I carry.
The Rat Slayer. Okay.
Yeah.
And there was like some mole rat camp or something they were mentioning where they got it from, right?
Yeah, it's a cave with a bunch of giant rats in it. Or if you're running Wild Wasteland, rats of unusual size.
Yep. And it's
Right.
lighter than the varmint rifle. It has higher DPS. It's great. Is this where you first see the Bright Brotherhood too? I think you run into a Bright Brotherhood guy here at the checkpoint,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's a couple of them, on the way under the bridge, and then over on top of the bridge. The opposing force was the Nightkin, because you see a couple of Nightkin corpses,
Right.
and they're always handy
you
to look
don't.
at because
You
there's a
just trip
chance
on
that
it.
they'll have stealth boys. So then once you get up in the upper landing area by the front door, there's a bunch of
There are
places to
feral
loot.
ghouls and stuff.
Yeah, still some ferals up there. Once you get inside, you immediately get this ghoul talking to you, telling you that they need your help.
Yeah, come to the east of the facility.
There's a bunch of
These are the bright people, right?
Yeah. Yep. You don't know it at the time, but the voice is obviously a ghoul over the intercom. So you can explore the facility a bit.
There's some more bright followers. There's some more Nightkin bodies, but then you run into a bunch of feral ghouls.
Hmm.
And I might also mention that ghoul is very rude, and
He is.
you don't really want to help him.
Yeah, he should be called Dinkle, not the other guy.
Ken Dinkle.
And so you go around through the facility, make sure to check the second floor of the offices, because there's a skill book in there, maybe a magazine, a safe with some more stealth boys in it.
Yeah, in the storage room, there are some, right?
Yeah. Then you get out into kind of an open scaffolding area, go up the stairs, and you find another intercom. You talk, and the ghoul comes back on and says he'll open the door. You open the door, you walk in, and it's a dork in a lab coat.
Yeah, Chris Haversham. It is not who you expect. The
yeah.
ghoul is not who you expect at all.
And so you're like, dude, not a ghoul.
And he's like, dude, am a ghoul. Stop being weird.
What are you talking about? I'm totally a ghoul, bro.
And so he tells you to go talk to Jason. And so you go upstairs and you talk to Jason, and he tells you about the Nightkin problem, or as he calls them, the demons.
The demons, right. Because the Bright Brotherhood are here. They moved in and they are trying to get to, is it the Great Beyond?
Great Beyond, yeah.
Yeah. And things were going well. He got his people with him. He doesn't tell you much about Chris except that Chris was a human sent to him to help. And maybe you are too. But then one day the demons showed up and they're invisible. You can only see them because of a slight shimmer. And he lost almost half their people. But since they retreated to the room upstairs, they've been on a standoff. They haven't fought, but they can no longer get to the area where they're working on what they need for the Great Beyond. He doesn't want to tell you all the details yet, but they can't continue their quest and their worship and all that. And then he also mentions after they escaped, the demon ranted at them for almost a full day. But then they haven't heard a peep since.
Yeah. So you agree to take the quest. He gives you a key and you go down into the basement.
And that's where you get more detail from him about where you need to go, right?
If you're sneaky, you can slip past the patrolling Nightkin and go right down to where
the quest marker's pointing, right?
Yeah.
Which way did you go? Like
Davidson?
Did you go to where you met Davidson and Antler first, or did you? Yeah.
Yeah. So since I knew where it was, and there's a quest marker for it. So
we got both. It's a little. I mean, it's not a total maze down there, but you can get turned around, especially when you're trying to avoid the Nightkin.
You're insulting me so hard right now. You have no idea.
Well, I will say the actual Repcom facility is a bit of a maze upstairs.
Than Corvega. I think I said it. It's worse than Corvega.
In your defense, no, it is not worse than Corvega.
Oh my God.
Not worse than Corvega.
Oh my God.
It's messy though, but there are some great terminals up there. We're not going over that, but it's a cool story there. There's cake. Actually, there is no cake, but there's a retirement. You learn a lot about how the stealth boys came in by accident, all that stuff. But anyway, if you sneak through and get to Davison, you can talk to him without being attacked. But if you've already killed at least, I think, 3 Nightkin by then, I'm not sure if he attacks you immediately or if he forgives the first couple you kill when you talk to him. But after you talk to him, if you kill too many Nightkin while you're going through this quest, he will just turn angry.
The main drag about killing all the Nightkin is tripping over the corpses that you can't see, trying to run away. Just stumbling everywhere, man.
True. Tripping over dead bodies you can't even see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then I went in and talked to Davidson and told him I'd take care of the ghoul problem that he was having.
Everyone's having a ghoul problem.
Yeah.
Because he tells you about this ghoul that's not like, he's not squishy like the other ghouls, and he was killing too many of his men, and he needs your help.
Getting rid of him.
Yeah, you're not a nightkin, so maybe he won't kill you. Maybe he will. So, okay, fine, I'll take care of it.
I'll help you. I'll work this out.
You pop out. It's really close. You don't have to go through any more nightkin to get to it. There's a couple of dead ones on the floor. So then you go in
Don't trip.
and open the door, and you're immediately set on by Harlan.
Wait, your smooth skin.
And so I talked to him and told him I would help him because he had been separated from the rest of his party, and his girlfriend had gotten turned around and ran off the other direction. So I'm like, okay, I'll find her. But there's a bunch of cool stuff on the ground floor of this area. There's some traps you've got to be careful of, but as long as you don't go upstairs, he doesn't become hostile. So Boone and I are running around in here, going through the containers on the ground floor, and there was a desk that was on the other side of some shipping containers that were stacked up in this area. And so I wanted to get to the desk. So I climbed up on a container and had to jump over another one. Well, evidently, when I jumped over the other container, I broke the plane, and Harlan became
No.
aggro.
Yep. You got too close without negotiating. Mm-hmm.
Back up off me,
And
bro.
so Harlan's dead.
Aw.
Boone took him out.
But hey, that solved the Nightkin's problem.
So okay, well, since he's already dead,
Yeah.
I'll just go upstairs and go through the terminal, that has info on the stealth boys. And so I get the info, and I go back and tell Davidson that they had been shipped, but then got shipped back, and so they were someplace else. And he's like, "No, you're lying." And
Right.
The
'cause
envelope was open. The order slip.
There's
must
some
have
around.
fallen out.
Yeah, there are some around the facility, of course, that you find upstairs and this and that. There isn't really, is there an option to give him the ones he found? There isn't, is there?
Mhm.
No. I mean, besides, they're valuable and you might use them. So why would you, right? But
Exactly.
you have to convince him. But ultimately, Antlers is a softie and decides
Yeah.
you're probably telling the truth.
And so he agrees to leave to go follow this lead that you gave him of this other location that the Pit Boys were shipped back to. And so off they went, which was unfortunate because, if you go save Harlan's girlfriend, well, you
Yeah.
don't save her.
But-
You find her. The Nightkin that you have to take out to do it is the jailer, and he's got an incinerator. And so that's
Fun
worth,
weapon. Yeah.
quite a bit.
This is the way I'm doing it. So I did sneak through. I did get to Antlers. I did talk to Harlan and agree to negotiate. But this is where I crashed again. I mentioned earlier in the show that I've been having crashing issues, and I hadn't saved in all of the RepCon site. Maybe I saved when I went through the door. So I got to redo all that, and I'm mad, and it was late. So I have not finished the quest, but I did make it this far. But I haven't done working with Chris and Jason Bright and finishing the quest. So from here, haven't done yet this playthrough.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm crashing a lot right now.
It's
Yeah,
such
it's a bummer.
different play experience.
So let's hear about you, because we're just at a point where we go back to the ghouls and we talk to them. So how was your play experience, Andrew, in the building? I know you got lost, but you found Chris, you talked to Jason Bright, and what happened?
I went down, helped him. He scolded me for taking care of the feral ghouls out front, of course. But then I went down and took care of the Nightkin issue in the basement, the demons.
You just ripped them?
I didn't realize until later via watching YouTube videos, because I got so turned around in there I couldn't find things. I actually had to resort to watching YouTube. I found Harlan.
Oh, good.
He told me to find his lady. I didn't have any conversations with any Nightkin.
Okay, so you didn't talk to Antlers and
Davidson's
Davidson.
interaction was just like zip, zap, zoop with
He
the
was
old
mad.
mini chainsaw there. So I had totally forgotten about the whole antler conversations and interactions until I went back and was watching the YouTube videos on how to get through the goddamn place. I was like, oh, that would have been fun to hear. So yeah, Ray's right. The jail. It took me forever to find the jailer and get the key, and I fucked something up because I found Harlan's girlfriend finally,
Good, yeah, the question update.
and then by the time I got back to him, he was gone. Did he kill him? Did he abandon? He's not in that room anymore.
Harlan isn't
Does
in
he
that
move?
room to tell
Does
him
he
that you found
move?
her, but
Did he get caught in a battle? I haven't found his corpse anywhere. He's gone. So I don't know if I did something wrong or did something in the wrong order or he's just up. I don't know.
that's
so he's
weird.
not there
That's
anymore.
weird. How is there a quest marker about that? Like the optional thing? No, there is no marker for that anyway. For going back to Harlan, is there? Because it's
That
optional.
is another fucking gripe of mine is give me 18 options on your quest, please. And then all the quest markers are active at once. Just give me an option to turn them on and off. Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
I hate that every little tidbit of the quest is activated with all the optional things and things when I'm like, which quest marker am I going to? It's like they're not different sizes, they just flash at different rates. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so terrible. There's no up or down to see if things above you or below you. Good lord. Quest
Yeah,
markers come a long way.
they are difficult, especially when you're in an underground facility like that. Like there are a couple places where it gets a little more difficult. On ground level, it's not that bad, in my opinion, unless there's a bunch. So you couldn't resolve the thing with Harlan, but you did kill the jailer, you did find the girlfriend, you did all that. And
Yeah,
so did
yeah,
you just leave after that to go back to Jason Bright or what?
Yeah, just went up and continue from there. And actually, I left in the middle because I got so frustrated. I found that little exit tube to the side, the side port access, the manhole cover. And I went off and I did other questing stuff. I like left for a long while and then came back and did the whole launching stuff. But like I took a long couple of day break from that facility because I was really frustrated running around in there.
Yep. It is
Worse
a
than
bit of a
Corvegan.
maze.
I'll say it again. Worse than Corvegan.
I find the basement, I don't think it's as bad, but the first couple times I was in there, it was because you're trying to avoid the Nightkin at the same time, and that just makes it rough.
Just found myself going to the same wrong room
Over and over.
and fucking over again.
Listen.
Where's the door I'm missing? Where's the steps up I'm missing? What is it?
Yeah.
Uh.
So let's wrap up the quest with after you get to the Bright Brotherhood, how you two ended up dealing with that, with the rocket.
I wanted to attach Ken or whatever the fuck his name is to the goddamn side of the rock to
Chris?
Chris. Yeah, fuck that guy.
You can
Under the rock.
you can be really mean to him.
You can bully him.
Scold him.
So after you go back and tell Jason that you've dealt with the demons, they immediately all start running for the basement. So they scramble down there. You get down and follow them. And Jason's standing by the viewing window. You talk to him. He says they couldn't have done it without you. The creator must have put you in our path to facilitate our journey. Talk to Chris and he'll tell you what we need to complete the journey.
Yeah, because Chris has better technological knowledge than they do in some areas.
So you talk to Chris and he tells you that you need the radioactive igniting liquid and you need the thrust
I forgot
modules.
about this bullshit. Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah. You got to fetch a few things for him to finish the rocket.
That's
Yeah.
quest.
Unless
Uh-oh.
you've done the quest before
Right.
Yeah.
and you already snuck into old lady Gibson's garage and stolen the thrust modulator. Or
Those
the
are there
thrust
before the
modules.
quest is activated. You don't need to go
Yep.
start it and then
Nope.
and whatever the guy in the suit, whoever he is.
Yeah. So
Poison
there's, the rad man.
Rad Man. Is that what he's called?
Yeah. Or you can get, I think it's 5 of the rocket toys from Cliff at the gift shop.
I know.
Yep.
You get 5. How much are they?
Oh, they're cheap.
Okay.
Yep. You can also sneak in and get some from the back room too.
But the eye in the sky will fuck you up.
Negative karma.
Don't steal shit. It's really messing with me, man.
I don't remember if those are marked as stealing when you get into the back room. Are they?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
they
is.
are? Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking everything in my game is marked stealing. It's crazy. You can't touch anything in this game.
Possession
Well,
is
and
9/10 of the law.
So when I killed the legionaries in Nelson, the stuff in their area was still labeled stealing, even though they were all dead.
The
And
eye of the
could no
sky
longer
forever
possess-
watches, Ray.
It's true. So you bring those items back to Chris. And then Jason from down by the rockets gives his speech. Thanks, Chris, for all that he's done, but you're not going with us.
Fuck you, Chris.
And, he bitches and complains. You can call him a whiny baby, or you can tell him, hey, you should just go back to Novak.
Yeah. Yeah. And this time you can also convince him that he's human if you have like Black Widow or a good enough speech. And he will actually believe you if you work on him enough. But otherwise, he thinks you're still trying to trick him.
But the most absolutely positively necessary thing to do to finish this quest is to turn around from where you were with Chris,
Uh-oh.
go to the shelf,
Mhm.
and pick up the spacesuit.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got the spacesuit.
It's attractive.
Oh, is it just fun or is it necessary?
No, Ray likes it.
No. So if you're a stealth character, the spacesuit is the absolute best armor you can wear.
Cool.
So
Why?
it's got a DT of 10, which is equal to most medium
great. Yeah.
armors, but it's got a weight of 7, which is even less than most of the outfits.
Yeah. So it qualifies as light, doesn't make much noise because that's based on weight.
Yeah. So you're super sneaky and you've got good protection. And it's very stylish with red and chrome trims
Looks nice.
and matches perfectly with a recon beret.
Ooh. Oh, you don't wear the helmet?
No, the helmet doesn't have any buffs to it.
How dare he get so excited about the spacesuit and then scoff at the very idea of wearing the helmet along with it?
If the helmet gave me, +1 to perception, +2 to perception, and what is the beret also gives you something else.
It helps with
Might be
critical accuracy or what have you.
Yeah, critical fits. Yeah.
This coming from Andrew, who won't get a piece of clothing without a buff on it normally. So
That's the only reason to do this quest. That and listen to the Flight of the Valkyries and watch the rockets take.
You don't enjoy running in a location that's worse than Corvega, Ray?
Well, I must admit, Andrew, my trip through was significantly less problematic because when I get into that area, I immediately take a left, go one door down.
Oh, there's
Make
so
a
many
right.
little stairs and little ones down, and oh, good.
Yeah, but I ignore all that. And I can take care of everything I need to take care of in 2 doors. And that's it. I don't have to go through any of the rest of the whole section of the building.
Wow.
Yep. If you do it directly and know where you're going and don't get turned
Yeah.
around. But just to wrap this up real quick. So
Good for
after
you.
you convince Chris he's human, if you take that route, he's going to want revenge. You can either agree to do revenge and sabotage the rockets, or, if you're working with him and things are normal and you convince him to let it go, or if you don't convince him at all that he's human, you get the igniting agent and the thrust controllers. A couple different things you can use. Then you get to the point where you're at the rocket
sugar
launch.
bombs in the gas tank.
Sugar bombs in the gas tank will sabotage it for sure.
Surprised it doesn't make it go further.
With flavor. But
Answer.
And if you've got I think it's a 55 to pass the science skill check up in the tower, you can change the flight path.
Yep, you can actually help them. You can send the rockets closer to their destination if you have Science 55. You can obviously sabotage as an option, or you can simply get ready to launch. So you go up there, and you have the honor of helping the ghouls launch. And yeah, Flight of the Valkyries play, and they take off and twirl all around, and then off into the sky they go. I've never actually maybe I did once long ago just to see what happened. But do they crash visually if you sabotage?
I think if you do the sugar bombs in the gas tank, they blow up on the pad.
Oh, wow.
But there's one where I think if you change where they fly to, they end up crashing into the desert.
Yeah. Yep.
And you can
Go to the
find them.
wreckage. Oh, nice. Kind of like the USS Constitution that way.
Yeah, but I've never done that where I find them later.
That's really fun. Is there reward differences based on the outcomes that you choose?
I don't think so.
You let
because
them
you
go
don't-
or make them crash.
You
or
get
anything
more
different?
XP for the non-violent solution. Like if you work with Harlan and Davison and get people out, you do get more XP, I think, from that, but only a little.
Okay. I didn't know if there'd be a quest reward differences or whatever. Like you can request non-ghoul face to go, I don't know, I guess you can send him to Novak. So that's
Yep.
kind of.
Yep, absolutely.
What's he doing? What's he say around town after you go back? Is he like cussing the ghouls and stuff?
I ran into him, but I didn't talk to him.
Yeah, but he is out there. Even if you don't convince him he's human, he ends up back in Novak.
Thinking he's a ghoul still? Pulling that shit? Really? Funny.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So that's like one of the classic New Vegas quests. And it's not even part of the main quest. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Love come fly.
Yeah, this is definitely the USS Constitution.
Is it? Okay.
Last flight of the USS Constitution. Yeah, it very much has those vibes. I mean, admittedly, this one came first too. But
Oh,
yeah.
Question. I have the spacesuit and I made the fucking mistake of taking it off and it's broken, so I can't put it back on.
Till you fix it.
Is that like I can find a radiation suit and repair it with it, or is this an item where I have to take it to a person who will repair it for me?
Probably a repair vendor.
Yeah, or if you've got the jury
Veronica
rigging,
repair shit. Can Veronica fix that sort of thing?
ask her.
That'd be great. Hope she can. Oh,
yeah, because you can't take it to the best repair person in the game
because I've killed
because you're
everyone.
not. Yeah, it's the major up at the NCR outpost, up with the statues.
Yeah, the statue down in the corner, the outpost. Whatever.
Yeah, the guy in the building closest to the entrance. You know, just to the right as you walk in.
Can I walk in there anymore?
Probably not, but you can try. If you know. But yeah, he's a level 100 repairman.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. There's levels to the repair.
Yeah, they can repair more than others. Yep, it'll cost you a little more too, but
Yeah.
So old lady Gibson can't repair this spacesuit, you don't think?
she can probably do up to 50% or something, right?
Whatever her level of repair is.
Yeah, she's
she
good.
can repair it to 50%. It's not like the item is above her repair level. It's just that she can only repair it to a certain
Just like your own repair
Yep.
skill. You can only go so far. But once again, jury rigging does make repair better, where you can do similar items, not the same items. But I have a proposition, y'all. That wraps
Yes.
the quest for this week. Andrew, you had a hard out, and we have passed it by about 15 minutes. Do you want to wrap now? And I can just throw on a few Iguana Bits after, and we'll call it good.
That sounds like a wonderful plan. Yeah, it's a little bit of a shake-up show this week, but I thought it was really fun to like do a little bit of a Saturday morning show, like the old cartoons back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, good roundtable stuff this week, everybody.
All the latest news coming your way right now. This just in.
Doing this a little different since I'm pre-recording it for you, or post-recording actually, but sticking it in. First thing we got on the bits, some exciting gaming dates coming up. So y'all probably know, but the Game Awards are this Thursday, December 11th, followed quickly by the start of voting for the Steam Awards on the 18th. So nominations are closed on the Steam Awards. Hopefully you got in there and voted for things. Hopefully you gave 76 the labor of love. But if not, it's all good. So that starts the 18th. But 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the 11th, which is a Thursday, is the Game Awards broadcast. But beyond that, the real news this week is the mystery surrounding the show and the fun tease, specifically the massive statue that appeared in the Mojave Desert and is now popping up in LA. While reliable sources have confirmed the statue, and if you haven't seen this, it's a picture that was first posted on Twitter, just a corner and then a full picture and then a picture with a sigil, and it actually is physically out there. Some people have been visiting it. Reliable sources have confirmed the statue is not teasing Elder Scrolls 6, God of War, or Diablo 4, although I question the reliability of those sources. Well, maybe not the sources themselves, but the accuracy this time. Because my money is still on Diablo, although the latest lead, which seems most likely of all, is a potential new Divinity RPG from Larian Studios, makers of Baldur's Gate 3, but previously original makers of Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. Divinity Original Sin 3? Could be. There are reports of a newly filed Divinity trademark with matching iconography that strongly point to a possible reveal of Divinity 3 at the event. It's interesting what they chose because, as Juice had pointed out in one of his videos, there's a similarity to a Vermina statue, one of the Daedra in Elder Scrolls. So it could be Elder Scrolls related. I would think more ESO than Elder Scrolls 6 at this point. A little early, but who knows? And it's also very Mehrunes Dagon. Lots of great rewards, lots of great reveals. The statue is just kind of a fun mystery that's got everybody talking. Next up in the news, the Fallout TV show. Advanced screenings have caused a big buzz. If you've been under a rock or not a Fallout fan, which, why are you listening? There were a couple of premieres for the Fallout TV show, starting in Australia last weekend, then London earlier this week, and just yesterday in LA. Various people from the media attended the red carpet premiere, of course, and from the studio. A lot of people in attendance praised the show's fidelity to the games. They got to see the first 2 episodes. While spoilers are totally locked down, tighter than a vault, we did get a couple great quotes and a little bit of information from people. One quote from Walton Goggins. During the Sydney event, he was going to give a fan an autograph on the other side of some boulders, and he's like, not a problem. I'll step over this rock. I'm the flippin' ghoul. He didn't say flippin', but the swagger was evident, and it was a really funny little clip that some people got. The excitement is palpable as we count down to season 2 premiere. Remember, that's going to be December 17th, so we are just a week away. Episodes airing weekly. The schedule is out now. It's going into February, which means only half as long as our Roundtable season. A couple other quick notes I've heard from people who attended. Again, they can't reveal details publicly. It jumps right into the action. There's not the same kind of slow setup that we had for the first couple episodes. Although, in my opinion, by mid-second episode, we were already in there with some of the happenings in Philly. There's less need to set up because we know these characters. There are some new ones to set up, but they can do that as part of the story. So I'm hearing, buckle up, get ready, jump right in. Also, some of the characters have moved on and evolved a little. We saw that happening first season, but everything happened so quickly. And when this picks up, again, they're kind of picking up from where they were. One of the central themes of the season will probably be, you can take the girl out of the vault, but can you take the vault out of the girl? I just came up with that. That's pretty good. But yeah, how much does Ella stay true to herself? We don't know. But my assumption is that what we like about her as a character has to remain for her to remain a compelling character. Now, the ghoul, he was established as quite the hard ass and uncaring in a lot of ways, even though we got his past as Cooper Howard, where we saw he was actually righteous and caring. So I wonder if this season will tackle his evolution there a little, and also how he's maybe opening back up with Lucy a bit. Although, probably not too much, as we've seen from a few trailers and a few scenes. Next up on the docket, we talked about it earlier in the show, but Fallout 76 Burning Springs is live. Yes, it's been out a week now as I'm recording this. The massive Burning Springs expansion for 76 is official, opened up a higher region for all manner of new content, quests, and the new bounty hunting system. It is the largest map addition yet. A little bit, as far as overall size, closer to Skyline Valley than Wastelanders, but bigger than Skyline Valley with new systems. You've got a whole new irradiated area to explore. So you've got a whole new classic Fallout feeling neighborhood to explore. Grab your duster and your fave gun, because you're going to need it over there. Seriously, the enemies are spongy. Also, you can adopt radhogs, which maybe not everybody's favorite part, but I look forward to having a piggy partner at my camp. Unfortunately, the launch wasn't without its problems, as I'm sure all of you know. There were a few technical hitches and outages following the update. After it was supposed to go live around 3 p.m. and they thought it was complete, most people couldn't get in. And it turned out there were issues with the login server, and they worked on it, and we couldn't get in all day. Your girl finally got in around 2 a.m. because it wasn't completely down, and a lot of the game was working, but the login servers were not. Same thing next morning after the fix, there were still issues. All in all, it took about 24 hours to get it running smoothly, or to paraphrase the talking heads, smooth as it ever was. However, to make amends, as they're wont to do, Bethesda has rolled out a week of makeup challenges and rewards. There's an extra challenge every day this week and an extra weekly challenge, so you can get yourself more score. We're also getting free loot in the form of a free score booster, and we're getting presents when we're fishing every weekend this holiday season. A couple of the other issues that went wrong that they're addressing, people noticed that the build decorative furnishings in workshops and camps reset on them. So if you were on your way to 7600 and hadn't gotten there yet, Yeah, it reset. First of all, they're giving player titles for each of those 3 major challenges. Also, they're going to make it award more atoms, so they're doubling it from 80 to 160, which still isn't a ton. Don't spend them all in one place. Oh, wait, things are almost never less than 200, but hey, still, it's a thing. The new player titles and the atom reward increase will be available after the next major update to the game, which is probably going to happen in January of 2026. Also, this week, there are free Vault-Tec supply packages available in the Atomic Shop every day until the end of the month. So I repeat, you can log in every day and get a free Vault-Tec supply pack, which has a lot of building materials. So if you're into building or just fixing, you're going to need those. Same thing with people who are disguised ghouls, can't talk to the Rust King. If you're wearing a disguise, Rust King is part of a main story, got to go back and pull it off. Does it make sense? No. Is it what they decided to do for the main quest to make being a ghoul have a penalty? Yes. Do I think that it's nowhere near as good as just having some commentary and dialogue on the fact you're a ghoul? No. That would have been much better. But it is what it is. So strip down and talk to the king. He prefers it that way. Also, people who are trying to rush through the content have found that they're not discovering all Burning Springs locations to complete that challenge. There's a workaround. First of all, Bethesda's fixing it. But what they didn't talk about is there's a workaround, whereas if you are in a location, you join a daily ops team, and then you log off the server. When you log back in, it's going to put you where you were, and it will mark off the location on your map, like Preston. No, but it'll register for the challenge. So, yeah, that's a quick workaround for you if they don't fix it soon, which hopefully they do. Next up on the bits, just when you thought you'd seen it for the last time, I kid, it's never going away. Bethesda dropped an announcement. Anniversary edition of Elder Scrolls V Skyrim has been shadow dropped on the Nintendo Switch 2 this week, with technical upgrades like enhanced resolution, DLSS anti-aliasing, all of that. Yeah, they freshened it up. They gave it a nice little polish. They burnished that sword like an Argonian maid till it was shiny and ready for the Switch 2. So yeah, congrats. Good news though. It's a free upgrade if you already own the Skyrim Anniversary Edition on the original Switch. So if you have Skyrim on Switch, and you sprung for the anniversary, you got that, yeah, you still got the upgraded version, it's fine. If you only own Skyrim on the old Switch without the DLC and all the extra stuff, it is a $19 upgrade. So you do have to pay for the DLC and creation content and the upgrade like with other things. But you get to play Skyrim again, so winning. I think the most played games ever, or the most widely available ever, are probably like Tetris, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Skyrim, Solitaire, Grognak and the Ruby Ruins, something like that. In semi-related news, this one's a little different, but if you pledge to back the Fallout London Kickstarter merch bundle, so obviously the game's out, it's been out for a little over a year now, but they were doing more merch. We got cute Thulus, we have an art compendium, they're doing playing cards, they're doing tickets and caps, and a Metro card. Actually, I don't think there are any caps, but there's a Metro card and there's tickets. If you pledged on that, make sure to finalize your purchase soon, because if you don't do the final thing where you agree to receive your merch and agree to pay shipping and add things if needed, the money still goes to the Kickstarter, but you don't get your stuff. So make sure your payment is settled, especially if you got a cute Thulu plushie, because you don't want to live without that. You need a cute Thulu in your life. And speaking of fun things in your life, this last bit is a good one. So many of you know Tim Kaine, maybe you've watched his YouTube. Hopefully, you know he worked on the original Fallout games, programmer and designer. Started Interplay even before then. Went to Obsidian for a while. He was there about a decade. He actually worked on South Park, Pillars of Eternity, things people don't really associate him with, but he did work on them. And then, of course, The Outer Worlds 1, at which point, after that released and everything, he retired or semi-retired in 2020. He was still contracting and consulting. He did consult on Outer Worlds 2. But in a YouTube video the other day, he revealed that he had moved back to California from Seattle, where he'd been for about 5 years, referring to his backdrop and how you might have noticed that it changed. He's already been back for a short while, already working, already having chocolate meetings. If you know, you know, but look out for some candy bar reviews. But he's working on a new project that hasn't been announced yet, and he's preempting speculation by noting, don't bother guessing, you're not going to guess right. So, of course, everyone says, oh, Tim Kaine back at Obsidian. Oh, one of the creators of Fallout. Now I get that, and the whole band is back together. pretty much with Josh Sawyer being over there, John Gonzalez being over there, I believe he was the lead writer, Tim Kaine being there, and many others. Virgus is still running the studio, and of course he worked on Fallout. But no, and I quote again, don't bother guessing, you're not going to guess right. That could mean that it is Fallout related, but probably not. I lean towards the idea there's not clever wordplay here, and it is either something brand new or something related to another past project that is maybe not top of mind, because he has worked on so much over the years. With D&D getting popular again, he did work on Temple of Elemental Evil, I know that. And of course, with Troika, they did Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura. But these are just past projects, so he's back there for new things, and I, for one, am thrilled to have one of the great minds of RPG design back in the full-time fold. I think that'll just about wrap up the bits for tonight. Keep it classy, Wastelanders. And now let's go back to wrap up the show.
What's that? That Dr. Pepper? That's that Dr. Pepper.
Yep. So we'll look forward to the awesome roundtable feedback.
Right. I've still got a couple more to listen to. I've listened to most of them from last week. Everyone did a wonderful job. We had a new feedback person who, I swear, grew up across the street from Baker.
Yeah, someone in live chat said, "Is that Baker?"
Tennessee.
Yeah,
that's funny. So the wonderful batch, guys. Still got a couple more to listen to, but I've really enjoyed all the ones that I've gone through so far, and I'll catch up and get.
Yeah, maybe give the rest of them a listen on the road.
Will do. You guys, wonderful job. Thanks everyone for submitting the feedback. If you haven't sent in yours from last week, go ahead and catch us up for this week and send everything into the Fallout feed at gmail.com. Love to hear your adventures and all your little side stories and a little 5-minute audio file. Right on. So good to hear from you. Jess and Ray, is there any other topics you'd like to discuss on the show tonight?
I'm good.
Yep.
All right. Well, then you can find Ray and the No Man's Sky show at BBC ISSS. Ray, thank you so much for hopping on.
Good times.
He's also at Ray LB. And Jess and all of her many projects are at Sleep is 4T. Jess, thank you so much.
Have fun in Ohio and the Mojave and wherever you wander, everybody.
She's overstating the coolness of Ohio, you guys.
Ohio's pretty. I mean, it's hot. It's burning. Hot.
Hop in Ohio. It's hot Ohio. Hot Ohio. Yeah, that's what they say. Jess, thank you so much for hopping on. I can be found in the Facebook group and been hanging out a little bit more in the Discord. Jess and Ray also love to frequent over there. So I'd like to thank everyone for downloading this edition of the Fallout feed. We'll see you in the Wasteland.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the Roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout feed, a Skyrimatic podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the Wasteland.
Yeah, we're out.